Well, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. And I am so sorry that things got screwed up, but we had a little problem. We had some internet problems, had to restart my computer after that. It was a mess. It really was a mess. So if you showed up early, which I see that you did, Kaylee, thank you so much. And I appreciate that, always watching from New Jersey. And let me tell you something, Kaylee. I thought we might become neighbors. I thought we might be neighbors there. I had a glimmer. There was some glimmer of hope. We were making a move to New York, but that is not going to happen at this time. And so I am not going to be your neighbor, but I could have been. Okay, so be very worried. Be very worried. Grateful for your cats. I hear you, because I'm so grateful for our dogs. One of which is in with his Poppy, because there's fireworks going off around us, and he's terrified. Zara's terrified. The German Shepherd's terrified of fireworks, and he literally his whole body is just convulsing from shaking. It's so sad to see. So grateful for your cats, and hope to be healthier in 2026. I am on board with that. I'm totally on board with that. I don't know if you saw it, but I did a video, wrong side of my head. Darn it. Stay. You know, this is a problem when you have naturally curly hair when it's short, is it just does things. It doesn't mind. It doesn't stay where you say sit and stay. So the other day I walked 1.25 miles with my little sister. Now we were able to stop and we were able to sit down, but it was actually not just 1.25 miles. It was 30 minutes of total walking. The whole time she checked it, and it was 30 minutes. So I will be healthier. There's no question. My health is getting better. So sorry, you know. Rarely do we have internet trouble. I mean, we have, we have Xfinity for internet, and we have really good streaming. It's one of the main reasons it's probably the main reason we have Xfinity, because there are two of us that do streaming things. And a third person who does a lot of different stuff. So anyway, yeah. And I see Dee was here. I am sorry I missed her. So sorry I missed her. I'm going to send her a little message later, a Happy New Year message, because I feel bad for that. I actually am not going to put my time, I don't think, anymore on my thumbnails. It says the time on the notification, you know, and so yeah, I'm not going to do that. So thank you for being here and for giving her a little thank you, Dee. I appreciate it for me. A little more from Kaylee. I know 9 p.m. is, of course, midnight on the East Coast. So welcome. And by the way, Happy New Year's. And I am able to, and if my stream goes down, I'll start it over again. But I believe that this is free to me. Let me turn it up. And I am going to bring it into the stream. It is Times Square. This is streamed from Times Square. And so oh, Dee, you're still here. Well, thank you. I'm so happy you're here. And I'm sorry things started incorrectly. But as I said earlier, I had problems, internet related problems. But I'm going to add in here right now. I'm going to share the screen with, where'd it go? There it is. It's live webcast. Oh, Times Square official website is down, and it was just plain. See, this, I have a bad feeling this is going to be my night for this problem. So I'm going to have to be juggling a little bit here. I have a scary feeling, but that's all right. It's not the first time I've juggled. And yes, Quartzsite, Arizona has already, I'm going to take that off of there for now. Stop sharing. Stop sharing. Don't share. So I watched a documentary about Quartzsite D, and it's a scary documentary. Really, really sad. It's about the corruption that was going on in the government of Quartzsite. Really, like, you think you would see it at the federal level, which we all have seen. You know, corruption in federal administrations. There's no question about that. I don't think I've seen a federal administration that doesn't have some type of problem. All right, so this was really interesting. This is a small town. And I think that they're back online. No, they're not. Well, that's really, oh boy. That's all right. I'll figure something else out, because I was going to play that and utilize some of that. So this was a documentary that my son-in-law pointed out to me about Quartzsite. And unfortunately, they have the government in Quartzsite has a history of corruption. And it really kind of centered around one person. You know, he who holds the gold makes the rules. And it's really interesting, And an independent documentarian was the one who brought that to attention and has done this documentary. And I'm going to share something about that at another time. I'm going to do a short about it, because I was like dumbfounded. Things I believe they're trying to write, because what happened is it got the attention of the federal government. When I saw Quartzsite, this just piqued my mind again. So it's interesting. I love hearing about things, different things. That's going to lead in a moment. I'm going to share about something I post on my Facebook, and I know that you're not on Facebook necessarily, and neither is Kaylee, but there's other ways. There's other ways to watch it. So anyways, Kaylee, be neighbors. What? I know it. I know. Alex's mother-in-law lives on Long Island, and he really, really, really wants to move there. I would have been fine moving there. I believe that my son-in-law, he really is concerned about us, and Richard and I, and about, he said that it is very hot and humid in the summers, and Richard has emphysema. And so he's worried, concerned about that. And no, I do not like humidity. It's why I'm not overly excited about ever going to Florida. I'd like to go someday, but I'd like to go someday. Let's just say that. So anyways, yes, we were almost there. He actually had picked out a couple houses that they both liked. And then I found out today, no. Instead, we're going to make a move here. Hopefully, no, nothing's in stone, and nothing's written in stone, but to the Oregon coast, and to one of my favorite town on the Oregon coast, near my favorite town on the Oregon coast. So that will be more, if that really does happen, but it may, I will certainly share about that. So let's see. Loud fireworks here too. Cats hate it. Yeah. One of them is really terrified of them. Hope his behavior doesn't revert to being peeing inappropriately. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Yeah. Our cats didn't really have too much trouble with it. But this is not the first dogs we've ever had that didn't care for fireworks. And I'm a very selfish person at heart. I used to be. I love fireworks. I love the look of fireworks. I love the bling of fireworks. I'm a fireworks girl. And my family, I was raised around fireworks, lots of fireworks, but I didn't realize it really affects many people who have PTSD from the war. I never thought about that until the last between 5 and 7 years, maybe 8 years, I started hearing more about it, how it really affects them. And so I now, while I love them, and then about animals, we've got 2 dogs here. One of them, he's German Shepherd, is literally shivering, and he's on his poppy's bed, and he's got jazz playing. Czar is the jazz dog. He's the jazz German Shepherd. He likes his dad's jazz. And so, anyways, yeah, there was a commercial. I didn't know they're doing that. Not with live streams. I know that after a live stream is uploaded, a commercial, but no, I had no idea that they do it in the midst of the live stream. Let me go over here to my YouTube side of this. And I maybe I should have known that they do that, but I don't. I didn't. I'm going to edit that and see if there's a way for me to take the commercial out so that nobody else, so you don't have to deal with that anymore. Well, okay, monetization tab. I just have to go to the monetization tab. And we're going to go with manual. Let's see if that changes it, because I'm not putting in anything. So I moved it to manual. I hope that helps. So grateful for my life, my Savior, and great friends. Absolutely. First and foremost, at the top of the heap for me is God of my understanding. I love that I have this power that is at my disposal if I want to utilize it. And it is leaning on, learning from, and following whatever direction he has for me. And I've not always done that. As a matter of fact, a big chunk of my life, I didn't do that. And even though I was saved, I still didn't key in on that I need to be aligning myself there. And I was, and I'm more and more doing that, because I've been put in positions in the last year where I had to. In the nursing home, I had to lean on God. I had to ask for direction and care on a daily basis. I had to, in the midst of the day, in physical therapy there, when I couldn't even sit and they had to wheel me back to my bed because the pain was so egregious, I had to ask him, why me? Why is this happening? Please help me get through this, because it was pain that was unbearable. So I know, Dee, I'm grateful too. Kaylee, once again, yes. So 1.25 miles. I walked with my little sister at the lake. We have a man-made reservoir here, Fern Ridge Reservoir, and we went out and walked this last weekend. I haven't been there since. It's about an 8-mile drive for me, which is not a big deal. I also have a place down the street, but that was a long walk. That's my first long walk, and we did it in a way that was not hurtful. Okay, so there's places that we could sit down, and my walker, because as you still probably know, I have to still use my walker, and which is fine with me. Fine with me. I'm upright. I'm mobile. I'm walking, and so I could sit on my walker or just stop for a minute. And it really, or we had seats we could sit down. There are benches along the lake. And that's the lake where we grew up playing in, and where my father, when I was about 5 years old, took me out waist deep for him. It's the memory. I have a snapshot of that day in my head from about 5 years old, maybe 4, 5 probably. And he took me out there and he let me go. And I've been swimming since. I love water. when we would go to the lake, you couldn't drag me out of it. And, I have blue eyes, blonde hair with red undertones. You can only imagine the burns that I've had. I mean, peeling pigment out of my skin burns. She's here. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm so glad she's here. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. Oh, there's New Horizons. Thank you. And happy New Year's to you too. And I don't know where you're at. I suspect you're somewhere east of the Mississippi. So you probably already had your New Year's, I think. We're getting close to it. So happy New Year's to you guys. And maybe drop a little a note about where you're at right now. What state are you in? Are you how much traveling? I love your new setup. I love it. It's beautiful. I could only imagine how fun it is to drive that around. We have a Nissan. What is it, Alex? The truck? Oh, he's got his headphones on. It's a big Nissan. It's like a Suburban, but it's huge. Anyways, I learned to back up because I drove an RV around, Class C RV. And so I got these mirrors out here. I can back up pretty dang well wherever I need to put it. So nothing as big as what you have, but I love your stuff. It's beautiful. You're very blessed. That's very blessed. I saw that too. Who knows how accurate it was? So if you're talking about the documentary, who knows? But they really had a lot of good information. So it may or may not be accurate. I love cranberry juice. They got me addicted to this in the nursing home. Almost 3 months in the nursing home. Every morning I had, I usually bought a box of Special K because that's what I like. Special K with strawberries. And I would just get them, one of their things of milk and have Special K. But I always got the cranberry juice. And so I love it. Saying hello. What town? You don't have to say. Kaylee, who you talking to? To me or to New Horizons? Susan. Michael, hello. Thank you, sweetheart. If you're still sitting there, I appreciate that. You would never believe how simple my hair is right now, but that little thing is sticking out and I just want to get a pair of scissors and go whack, but I don't do that. Darn it. All right. So I'm sure you're looking fabulous too. Are you driving tonight? If so, be careful because of fireworks. People, I'm sure, are going crazy before the game tomorrow. I don't know if anybody else here follows football. As you all know, I live in Eugene, Oregon, home of the Oregon Ducks, the University of Oregon Ducks. It's my team. I love them. I love this team. And they're in the quarterfinals or the semifinals for the National Football Championship, college championship. And this is a college town through and through. And let me tell you, if in fact we get to go to the national championship, well, tomorrow we play it's either the quarterfinal or semifinals. I'm not sure which is the proper etiquette, but, and we win tomorrow, which I'm expecting to win because we are ranked number 2, I think, and we're playing number 10. We better not lose. And our coach is a fabulous coach. So if you hear that the Oregon Ducks won, you know that Lucretia's lost her mind and is doing handsprings. Whee! He keeps me up to date on many, many things that it's not that I don't pay attention to, but he is able to dig deep and he's very, he can sense things out way better than I can. And so I just live with too many people to really think too deeply. And that's not a cop out, Mike. I live with too many people, and there's constant. I live with 3 men. This gives. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. I haven't even seen him yet, Kaylee. Thank you. Yes. You never believe where I discovered this person was when I was doing a live stream driving, and I happened to pull over, and I didn't have any moderators in the chat. I was so not happy camper. So thank you. And yes, this person messes with me really bad. Florida, it's cold weather here in Claremont, Florida area. Okay, well, cold weather, are you talking like 75, 80? No, I know Florida has cooler weather too. So, and I don't know where, you know what I'm going to do. Okay, Dee, you can't stay much longer. Well, I understand. Thank you for showing me support. I appreciate it. I love you, and I try to look at everything that I see when it comes out for you. And have you made it back to Quartzsite yet? Have you made it back to Quartzsite? You know, Kaylee, I'm not with it. So it was somewhere in the middle. It's somewhere in the middle of Long Island. And he was looking, found several different houses that everybody liked and would have been fabulous to have. But it was, and my son-in-law's sibling lives there in where you live. I don't know the town you live in, but in New Jersey. I don't know what that is, but thank you. And there's Roy and Becky. Hi, Roy. Happy New Year to you. And I'm really, I'll tell you, we are really wishing we were in the desert right now. Richard is hurt so bad, and he's having surgery with the first of probably 3 surgeries. He's having surgery on one of his shoulders. I believe it's his right shoulder. This piece of his shoulder, literally, it looks now very bad. It sticks up in a really weird way, and it's getting taken care of. Anyways, my son-in-law was talking, and he, was very concerned. Was wishing that we could be in a warmer area, but not as warm as apparently Kaylee gets and people on Long Island in New York with all of the humidity in the summer. He said we would hate it. He just said, Lucretia, you don't know what it would be like, but it would not be fun for you. So hope all is well with you and Becky, and that you guys are going to have a great New Year, and that she gets to come back to Quartzsite soon. You guys, it must be killing you. I know. I've been away from Richard for some short times, but I could see him, if I wanted to drive. But it would be really hard. We've been married for 42 years, together 44, and we've spent a lot of that time together. We worked together when we managed apartments, and so we got used to being together. Oh, he is an astute researcher, and he is my oldest friend. He is my little sister's age, which is 2 years younger than me, but I believe is 2 years younger than me. Priscilla's 2 years younger than me. She was born in 63. I was born in 61. And so that's 2 years. But we love him like family. We love him like family. And one time, I just have to tell this very funny story. I mean, this is the little boy you'd see riding down a street in any place in America, riding down the street on his bicycle, hair on fire, trying to find something to do, But where he lived at the end of our street, they had a field right there. And he had a little motorcycle of some sort. I don't remember what it was. But so we used to go ride it. I used to go down and ride it. Now, I'm not a fan of motorcycles, okay? I'll tell you this first, but I used to go down and ride his little motorcycle, and it wasn't big because we were all kids, and he was a kid and he was younger than me. So although he was just a very active person, very, very active kid. And I was going around the track. And when I came around the track to where everybody would be standing, there's like this big tree on the other side of this, one of those like flimsy kind of fences. I can't think of what they're called. It's metal, but it's not like hard metal or anything. And a tree, I hit that tree. I couldn't brake. I don't know why. I don't know what happened to me. I blacked out. And this is, I couldn't have been going very fast at all. But I blacked out and I didn't know how to stop it. I forgot how to stop it. And I'm sure he was so happy with me. Couldn't probably imagine why. What's the why, Lucretia, in why you just ran up the tree, the front wheel up the tree.
Sorry, everyone. Hold on.
Alex is going to clean my lens. Oh, that looks a little better, I think.
Well, there was fingerprints on it.
There was fingerprints on it.
Looks much better.
It's still in the family home in the middle of, okay. Well, as you know, our family home is gone now, but on Long Island, do you think you're ever going to get rid of it and buy a motorhome and drive west? Go west, young lady. You know that go west, young man. Go west, young lady. So cold and rainy, 50 in Q. Wow. Yikes, that's cold. Well, here right now, it's like, it got down in the high 20s night before last. I'm checking to see what it is right now. Right now, whoops, that's my phone. Right now it's 33. And if only we could get some snow. My little sister and I would be so happy. It's currently 46. Okay, but our heat waves come back tomorrow. We go back up to 70s, 80s. Central Florida gets cold snap every so often. It just seems like it would. There's a couple that we watched for a long time consistently. They live there and they live in Central Florida inland, and they have a big channel. They are gardeners, and I would say they're in their late 60s or maybe early 70s now. I mean, a massive garden. When I say garden, I mean this man knows everything there is to know about gardening, and it's so beautiful. And they bought this property intentionally because they lived on like 3/4 of an acre, maybe in a suburb, and they had a nice big garden, but it took up everything. And this has many, many acres. And he went and he cleared it and burnt up all the stumps. I mean, he has this place looking fabulous. I will look at that before the new season of spring comes along, so I can feel shitty about myself because this 75-year-old man has a great garden. No, I love learning from him. Okay, so she's was in Quartzsite since the 11th of December. Okay. Yeah, I know, and that didn't work out for you, Chino.
Do you know you have subscriber only on for chat?
It was for 5 minutes. It's supposed to be.
Because my friend went on there to say Happy New Year, and it's made him go through the whole maze, and then it's still not letting him comment.
Okay, let me fix this. I have to fix something. It's supposed to be a minimum subscription time of 5 minutes, but what I'll do is I'll just put it for anyone, and I'll change that, but it was just for 5 minutes. You just had to be a subscriber for 5 minutes to chat. All right. One of my son's friends wanted to chat. I wanted to wish us Happy New Year's. And I had subscriber only, but you only have to be subscribed for 5 minutes. So, oh well. We're having a warm night. It's 34 degrees. Do you have snow? I know you can't. And when in your video at one time, you were talking about what the cold was like there. And I was thinking, I don't know if that's going to be a good idea. I understand when you have to have, there's a reason most people choose to live in the desert, especially, when you make that choice, it is usually for health reasons. And I do know that there's places where people, like where Kevin is at, CVK, he gets snow there. I love that area I'd want to live there in that vicinity, but you weren't, I think where you were at was not too far from the Grand Canyon, but I could be wrong. And but I don't have, Richard would not like it. He's done with snow, really. He just doesn't want to shovel snow ever again. And I didn't, when I was a kid before Richard, and when I was younger and I was healthier, I didn't mind helping to shovel some snow. We rarely get it here anymore. But I haven't seen her in a year. The piece ends in 20 days. Oh, in a year. A year? I did not realize it. Oh, Becky, that she's been gone a year, honey. I hope that everything has went well for her, though. I mean, I know she had to go back for health stuff. I totally get that. When we were going to be moving to New York, I told my son, I said, I'm still not even released from my surgeon. And I would stay. I had a plan. I had everything all planned out. My nephew has given us an RV. It is a 30-foot bumper pull. It's everything on the inside. It's in good condition. It's like 2009. I think it's a 2009-ish, something like that. And it does need a new roof. It has something hit it. And so we need to put a new roof on. That's about $500. So, but it's still usable. So my plan, and by the way, it doesn't have furniture in it, so I can put in what I want to put in it. Okay. I don't have to have something uncomfortable or something old and smelly. The carpet's out already. I mean, it was very nice RV. And so I feel very, very blessed that he did that. He did that for me. So it's up at his ranch. And my plan was to just get it ready to be utilized, and that we would stay here, or we would be here for a period of time. And it's big. It's got big slide outs on both sides. It's like 14 feet across the living area. It's just a complete open living area, 14 feet across, which I think that's a nice area. I mean, it's perfect. It would be perfect for us. And so we could stay in that after a surgery, no problem. So I told my son and son-in-law not to worry about us. I don't need them to take care of us. But my son-in-law, and my son a little bit, but my son-in-law mostly, always worries about us. And I'm very grateful for that. But we're staying in Oregon and moving to the coast instead of New York. But I really wanted to move to New York because I've always wanted to spend a bunch, like a year. My little sister and I always dreamed that our husbands and us would go for a year or a couple of years, maybe even to the East Coast in the New England area. And we would spend time, and we would be able to go do all the things we wanted to do. I could go to every single library and museum in New York City, I believe, in that time. We could go to the things that happened during the summer, the reenactments, all of those things in the New England area. For Halloween, I could go to Salem, Massachusetts. We had a
We are descendants.
we are descendants of one of the witches,
Dr. Toothacher
Dr. Toothacher,
and his wife.
and his wife. We are descendants of them. And I've always wanted to go there for Halloween and spend, maybe spend a couple days there and all the festivities that they do. So anyway, it's not going to happen. So Priscilla and I thought we would do this. We would go spend time on the East Coast, and that our husbands, we could, if we were not going to do it after retirement, that before retirement, but they could work, and then we could go drive around and do things. Kaylee, you wouldn't want to just move somewhere on the fly. That's what Josh says. That you don't. He just says you don't want to live in New York, hey, Lucretia, because people are mean there. He grew up there. He grew up in New York City. I'd invite him in to explain why that is, but I don't think we need it. I would get shut down. I could get my thing shut down. So spend some time there during the season you expect to have the worst problems with, and see and feel for yourself. Oh, well, that's a novel idea where I feel that's going to be the worst. That's a good idea. Or he feels, so they wanted to live close. Alice was looking close to the ocean. And I said, so it's even like that close to the ocean. Is it muggy there, Kaylee? I can't imagine that it's too much different where you're at than Long Island. I could be wrong. I'm just generalizing. And Happy New Year to Jovi Clark. Alex?
Yeah.
Would you like to share anything about Jovi? I can add you to the stream, and we can use your emoticon, whatever it's called, emoji, and you can talk right there.
I'll just come over and talk about you.
Okay, I'm going to let him talk about something. He's doing something amazing, and I'm very proud of him. So he's going to share what Jovi Clark is. Jovi Clark is something that he has done. And Roy, though, if I don't get this rig back in order from the solar upgrade before she returns, it's definitely going to be peaceful for me. Is it going to be peaceful? It's definitely going to be peaceful for me. 6 feet under the desert. Oh, I can imagine.
Okay, so
okay,
what I would suggest you do is pull up a tab.
Okay, I'm going to share this with you because this is really cool. So I've got the tab pulled up.
So maybe go to joviclark.com.
Okay.
Well, that's not the address bar.
I go through this. Okay. Jovi, Jovie. Oh,
Clark, but no space. .com. No, there's no C there.
JovieClark.com. Okay.
Okay, now share it.
Okay, so I'm going to introduce Jovi into the stream here. All right, so here is Jovi Clark.
Jovi is an AI singer that I developed. I've developed 6 AI singers that work for me or that I own, and I've developed an AI record label called Emerald Shire Records because the Willamette Valley of Oregon is called the Emerald Shire, and so that is what I've done. And what I did is Jovi released an album, and It's everywhere for streaming.
Do you want to explain who Tegan is? See,
I'm just about to.
okay.
And then I ran across a local girl who is 16 years old. She was in a horrific car accident, sleeping in the back seat of her friend's car while they were turning to go down some driveway. They were stopped on the road. A huge truck behind them did not see it because he supposedly, allegedly, was on his phone. That's what some witnesses said, but we'll just say that he was distracted. He didn't see them. He slammed into the back, crushed the whole back end. Tegan, the girl in the back seat, died and was brought back. And what struck me is her story. She says that when she woke up out of her coma, she told her mom, I was in heaven. God told me there was no more seats and I had to go home. I get shivers down my spine when I think of that. And I knew I had to help any way I could. And they had a GoFundMe to help with her medical bills because the insurance is only covering like 60% of it. And so she still is going to have, $100 and some $1,000 worth of medical bills. And so, they're raising money for that. And I decided to use Jovi to help with that. And all the proceeds from Jovi's album Tegan Strong go towards Tegan. It all gets donated to her GoFundMe, every last cent. And I'm working with her mother to do that. And she has been amazing to work with for, helping her daughter with this and helping me with the album. And it's now finished and it's on Spotify, Pandora, everywhere really for streaming. And it's on Amazon and iTunes for purchase. And so I created Jovi Clark and then used her to help Tegan. And we've already raised probably a couple $1,000s on her GoFundMe just from having the QR code at the end of the videos. And I've also started doing some other songs about the president and his wife and our country because I'm proud to be an American. So that's Jovi and what she's doing. So that's what I've done with AI. And I create all the songs, and it is an interesting thing to do, and I enjoy it very much.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. Before the night is over, I will I'll play because I have permission to be able to play your music, correct? Okay. So I'll introduce that a little bit later.
I'm going to let you know that actually, while I give you permission to use it, you can't use it because it's for sale.
Okay. Oh, all right.
So it would be a copyright.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Because even on Jovi's own YouTube, her music videos got taken down because they used the songs that are for sale.
Really?
Yes. And it was my own claim. I claimed it on. It said for Emerald Shire Records.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and he's also going to be working to help other people, not just Jovi, but he's seen a couple of other people that were in need and definitely wants to be able to help them in the same way that he's helped Jovi. And really, her mom is very grateful that she ran across Alex because he's given her other ideas to help raise money for young Jovi.
No, Tegan.
Tegan, excuse me, for Tegan.
Christmas presents.
Oh, another thing. They live in Eugene.
Well, on the outskirts.
On the outskirts of Eugene, but in our hood, so to speak, and the greater hood. And they're flying back and forth. She was at a hospital in another state.
Chicago.
She's in Chicago. And because she had to go to a special hospital. And
they flew her private all the way there in a medical jet. And it was crazy to have to be there for like, I think she's been there for 20 days.
Yeah. Young girl. She's what, 16 years old. I know what it was like for me at 64. I was 63, but 63, 64 to be, excuse me, I was 64. Oh my God. To be in a care facility for almost 3 months. And it was horrible. I felt, well, except towards the end, and it was better. But yeah, so he's going to help other people.
Yes. And there's a man who recently raised $1.9 million for a man, for an elderly man. I don't know if you saw that story, but it's the most money ever raised in GoFundMe history.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it was this man who's a giver money. He gives money and stuff and raises money for people. Samuel Wyden something. So he ran across this guy named something, and he was, I think, 82, and he had to come out of retirement because his wife died. And yeah, he had to come out of retirement at 80 some years old, and he was working at this like Dollar Tree, and Sam found him, got him a GoFundMe, raised, I don't know, 500,000, and now it's at like $2 million. So that's, I'm going to try and help the people that don't get $1 million, the ones that get like 20,000.
Yeah.
I want to help out those people with my songs and donate my money from the sale of the albums to their GoFundMes.
Sure. No, I understand that. So there's a need. Alex is a giver. He loves to help people. And he always has since he was a child. And when you know, like when there would be a sale, a candy sale or a cookie sale that he had to do, he almost always was the top seller. That he would be out there selling. He said he was every time. But I remember so clearly he just had a knack for it. Didn't you do that with a friend's car once? Wedge it between two trees? What's up with you and friends' vehicles? Well, if you must ask, yes, I did. My boyfriend at the time, do you remember Pintos? He had a yellow Pinto. He was a logger. Very, turned to be more temperamental than I thought because anyways, I went and I cleaned his trailer while he was at work. I went and cleaned his trailer for him, got it all neat and tidy. I cleaned out his refrigerator, and I got his lettuce crisper stuck in his sink. I couldn't get the lettuce crisper out. No, I mean, there was no getting that lettuce crisper out. So I decided, and he lived in Cottage Grove, which is a town about 20 miles south of us. And there's a lake there called Cottage Grove Lake that I thought, well, I'll go spend a couple hours in the sun while he's at work before he gets home. I'll go get some sun. I drove over this gravel road that although that was a different time. Okay. So I went to the lake and I got there was just this little embankment, and I backed down this little embankment and I got the back of his yellow Pinto stuck between two trees. Now, mind you, I was 17 years old at the time. Okay. I was not, yes, I've driven every day since I was 15 years old. Okay. The moment I got to get my permit, I was on the permit line. The day I turned 16, I was right there to get my driver's license. I have loved driving since I was young. And so anyways, I got it back down, and then it was stuck between these two trees. Because when I started to come up, it kind of rolled back a little bit. Could not get that vehicle out of that predicament. Luckily, there was not a dump truck. Wasn't a dump truck, not a garbage truck. It was like a gravel truck. That's what it was. A gravel truck was kind of going by slow, and I waved him down. And so what he did is he got a chain and he pulled me out. And the scary thing is I was in a very kind of an isolated area there, and I watched true crime all the time. I can't even count how many true crime shows I watch. Probably in the neighborhood of 6 to 10. That's that I record. I love true crime. And so I could have been a true crime statistic. But and I really did. At 17, I had no care in the world and no concern that I was going to get snatched up because I believed, I could handle things. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, that I didn't need to handle things that day. All right. Oh, Dee, this cold talk is killing me. I'm actually across from me is the stand that he's got a giant TV in here. We have so many TVs in this house. Nobody should have this many TVs, but we have a lot of TVs. So it's this giant TV and it sits on a big stand, and below it has a built-in fireplace. And it's supposed to keep me warm, but I'm not feeling the warmth totally right now. I'm a little bit chilled. It's 67 and honey. Time to fire the buddy heater up. Yes, sir. Our buddy heater is in storage. But this is exactly. All right, Anthony Hill, is that your friend, Alex? All right, tell him I said Happy New Year. If he's not still here, Happy New Year if you are. I thank you so much for coming in, Anthony. I appreciate it. 67 in the house.
72 in our house. 35 outside.
It's 72 in the house. Oh, he bought me this. I love having these. This is a weather station.
Press the top so they can see. Press the top so the light comes on.
Okay, the top.
There you go.
So this is the weather station, and he bought this for me. I for my birthday.
For your anniversary.
Oh, anniversary gift from my son. I love all of those, keeping track of the weather. The sledgehammer is ready for a whack-a-troll. Thank you. So are you still having a hard time with this troll? We're here for health reasons. Yeah, we're here for health reasons. Absolutely. And I know, Roy. I'll tell you, I felt so good when I was down there. Now, I've had other things happen that I have to be able to be near my hospital or, have a time that I'm coming back. I will not go anyplace else like for a long period of time until I have my shoulder replacement. And I'm hoping to have that scheduled by the middle of this month. And I didn't want to do it, but it is inhibiting my life so much. It's just so bad inside. For me to move, you don't see me using my left arm much. It literally won't go higher than this. This is as high as I can get it to go. And to reach out, oh God, the pain, it's as bad as if, I've had both knees replaced. It's the best thing I ever did for my body. Honest to God, the minute my knees were replaced, that feeling of rocks inside, gone. And so I have to have my shoulder replaced if I want to have, I went through all this crap with my back. What is it? Somewhere between 10 and 12 surgeries. I do not know. And that's honest truth. If it's 10 or if it's 12 surgeries on my back. And the last one was a monster. And I got through that, and I really thought I wouldn't make it through. I really thought I would die, that it was going to die, and not because I didn't know that they would do surgery. Anyways, it's getting replaced because I want to live more than what I'm able to do right now. Long Island's just 6 inches of snow a few days ago. Yay, the snowman. TGI Fun Day. Happy New Year. Goodness, Lucretia.
It's all melted, though.
Oh, it's all melted.
It rained.
Oh, it rained. See, Alex just broke my snow bubble. You're looking too cute. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. What the helmet? New Horizons. We go to Florida for the winter for my medical reasons and travel the East Coast in the summer, plus visit with our 3 grandbabies in the North. I figured you have several grandbabies because I think you have 6 boys. I believe you have 6 boys because there was 6 girls in my family. And that's how I kind of remembered. I thought it was similar to that, maybe 5. Happy New Year's. Okay, Jovi. Hey, Susan. Hi, Roy and Becky. Just going to go through here and make sure I said hi to everybody. And then, Long Island is this humid. The New Jersey is a steam bath in summer, may be more humid than you are used to. Oh yeah, we don't. I mean, I disdain humidity. I hate it. It's very, very, very difficult. And Richard with emphysema, it would not be good. Happy Nosh, well, thank you for coming. I'm so happy. If you're still here, I'm sorry it took me so long to get to you and to say hello. I'm just trying to work my way down here. Glad you're using your skills for good, Alex. Yes, he is. You're very appreciated. Let's see, TJ. Let's see if there's anybody else I didn't see. Let's see. Chicago basically rebuilt a friend of mine. He rear-ended a truck riding a motorcycle. Oh, no. Took the wooden spoon flatbed off the truck with his face. The city is screwed, but the hospital are really good. Yes. And see, that's kind of so sorry for your friend because Richard used to own a motorcycle. He is not the person to have a motorcycle. I'm just saying, no. And anyways, he willingly sold it one time after a big truck with a flatbed stopped in front of him suddenly. And he was able to go around it. He could have been killed. And he knew that in that moment, and it wasn't worth it to him. Okay. Okay, good to see here. I can probably, I would see it if I was on the YouTube side, but I can't on the StreamYard side. I was ready for when she turned subscribers mode off. Oh boy. I was worried too, Roy. Thought we were in for a rough time of whack-a-troll. Well, see, I was hoping that would, help with this particular troll or any trolls. The only snow I get is melted. What state do you live in, if you don't mind sharing? Naj? Kaylee, Naj, gotta love precipitation that doesn't have to be shoveled. Well, Kaylee, I just have to say, there is nothing wrong with some beautiful snow to crunch and walk around on and take some beautiful pictures. If I can ever get my iPad, I have it. Okay, I was looking for it. It got moved with us when we moved in February. We still have boxes that are not unpacked. I don't know that we need to unpack them now, but anyways, I have my iPad and I have some fabulous snow pictures from when we had snow here about 12 years ago. And my BFF Lisa and I went driving around. I had a Toyota Camry, went driving around in my Toyota Camry, and it was great. Happy New. Are you out driving, Mike? And if so, how are the streets? How are people? Are people jovial, or are people giving a hard time? Snow belongs in a cup with a nice fruity flavor on top of that. I totally get that, Roy. It's not like I want to live in it year round, but I'll tell you, there's something refreshing about snow. And I'm like, let me see if I can phrase this in a way that makes any sense. I am a nester by nature. If you know what that means, a nester, usually that's referred to with women who are pregnant, gonna have a baby, and you go into this nesting time, and you things kind of close in, and you want to make things nice and happy and all that good stuff. When winter happens here and it gets dark early, I know I could get voted off the island, but I love it. I do. I love it. I love when it gets dark at 4:30. Now, Josh, you don't have a knife over there. Oh, it's Richard. I love it when it gets dark at 4:30. I enjoy that time. I kind of pull in, and I could go to bed at 6:00 and just cuddle with myself and watch movies or my killer shows. So, yeah, I'm one of the crazy people. My little sister and I both, and she's not here, and I just don't know why. What happened to Priscilla? I figured she'd show up, but she must be. And I know they're not partying. No. Thank you for saying hello to each other. All right. So I thought, yes, I don't need a shovel, but I do canoe down the street. Oh boy. South Florida. I was going to say South Carolina, maybe. Is it really muggy in South Florida? And I know that's relative, but muggy is muggy. They actually have a way to measure mugginess. I can't stand the darker days of winter. I know that I'm the freak show. I totally get it. I don't know why. I just snow and darkness at 4:30. You would vote me off the island, Roy? Well, thank you. I can't explain it. I'm just able to calm down and relax. And I'm going to be ready for spring though. So when spring hatches, I hatch. Boom, there I'm ready to go. And as my health is going to be better, I'm going to be much happier in summer. Think about last summer on Mother's Day, I was taken by ambulance from my house here to the hospital because I could no longer walk, which meant I could no longer get to the toilet. And I couldn't walk. And the pain was agony. And it was a 10 agony. And so I went from Mother's Day, I think that's in early May, and I didn't know I was going to even have the surgery. I just couldn't. I went to the hospital, and I knew, and then I was going to a rehab facility because I couldn't have them taking care of me here. It wasn't going to happen. No, thank you. And so I went where people are paid and professionally know how to take care of someone. And by the way, I was able to advocate for myself. I didn't need somebody else. I still had my mouth. I just couldn't walk or sit up. And so I got great care. It is a great thing that I did. I did it myself. I knew I was going to end up going someplace. I knew where I was going to go, blah, blah, blah. And and then the surgery, emergently had to go up to Portland, OHSU, have that surgery, put me back together again. And thank you, God, for that, for all those things that happened. Really, I thank God for that because I'm sitting up I've been sitting up right now for actually several hours. I couldn't sit up for 5 minutes at that point. And so I'm so happy, so happy. I don't know what that has to do with this. I have a love-hate relationship with water. I'd rather shovel than deal with the flooding. Well, I think of course. I mean, flooding is scary. To me, flooding is scary. Yes, people die in snow, but most of the time people who live in snow are prepared to some large degree, I would hope, for snow. But but flooding's a different animal. And what happened, for instance, in was it South Carolina or North Carolina? I think it was South Carolina last year. Honestly, if Richard and I had been younger, in the health that we were in our, even in our 30s and 40s, I'd have been in my RV headed there to help. I couldn't believe the trauma I saw. It's so sad, and in their case, that one town there was no reason to think there was going to be that kind of flood. Anyways, yes, and people die from that all the time. And stupid people, I'm sorry to say, when somebody gets in their car and they drive onto a road where there's a river flooding over, we're all told 2 inches of water, your car gets washed away. 4 inches, of running water. I've gone through water before, but I believe I have the brains to know what not to get into. But I watched it yesterday. They were showing some flooding somewhere. Don't remember where it was. And they had warned people, do not don't drive across the road if there's river flooding over it. Guess what? People were having to do put their lives at risk to rescue the people. And I realize they probably felt like that was the only option they had, but it's not. You stop your car and you don't drive into the river water and get swept away. Because to me, having the water turn my vehicle, say, upside down and get me trapped in that manner, oh no, hell no. I'm very claustrophobic, very claustrophobic. I get that. I would rather shovel than swim in my car. Roy Becky, snow and darkness for I would. Yes, I know. Vote me off the island. Yes, very muggy here. Average humidity. Yep, 80. Wow. And we can get some mugginess here. I mean, if we really can. And oddly enough, when it's beautiful, okay, when it's ugly here, a lot of times it's beautiful on our coast. My nephew sent me pictures. Him and his wife were at the coast and here a couple days back, and it was gorgeous. They're going to let me I asked them to take ask them to take some pictures. I'm going to do a little collage of those pictures and do a short or a short or whatever, and do some music behind it. It's going to be real. I wanted to show our beautiful coast, and it looks like we'll get to live there. Thank God, only the streets flood, not in my house. Yes. Yes. So when there's flooding in South Florida, I will think of you and pray that you are being taken care of. A flood destroyed my house many years ago. Still isn't right. OMG, Kaylee. I'm sorry to hear that, sweetheart. We have flooding here. Okay. But we have, I don't know why we don't, like where I live right now. I guess because we have dams, but there's people who dam the dams. They don't like them because of the fish. So you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. I mean, I don't know what the right answer is. And I anytime I watch this storm show on the Weather Channel, I don't know why I like this stuff. I watch the true crime. I watch the true storms. I love storms, by the way. One of my favorite time to go to the coast. I do like the sun. That is not why I go to Newport, Oregon. I go to Newport, Oregon to get a room at the, I almost said the Adobe, but that's not it. Anyways, it's right on the beach. All of the hotel rooms are right on the beach. So it's a motel or hotel. It's a hotel. Attached to it is the motel part. Okay. I like the motel part where my car can just drive right up to it. So anyways, and then the window opens up and you're just looking at the ocean. There's nobody could see. I love this place. And I love to go there when there's storms. And it's one of the times in my life when um, I am not a giant early riser. If I'm feeling good, I don't mind it. When I was going to school, boom, I was up and I was going and I was doing everything I had to do. But I'm just, between 7 and 9. I'm usually not later than 9. The other day I slept till 11:30. I don't even know. That was the day after I walked 1.25 miles. There you go. So, anyways, I get up at like 5 o'clock and I go down to watch the boats go out. And when Richard and I went to visit his family in Santa Monica, California, she lives a mile as a crow flies from the Santa Monica Pier. And I would get up 5:30, 6 o'clock. I was down there no later than 6 o'clock, cup of coffee in hand, watching all of the stuff that goes on there. Now, it's a little different. They were literally raking the sand with rakes. This is Santa Monica Beach, Santa Monica Pier. So it's not the boats going out there. It's getting ready for the tourists to come in. I was enthralled with that. I had never seen a beach be raked before. It is an interesting, but I understand now why they rake the beach at Santa Monica Pier. But I love and what I could not get at Santa Monica Pier, by the way, that I can get here in the Oregon coast at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm standing, at South Beach Jetty in Newport, and take a deep breath in, and there's cold. You could feel the cold go through you. There, I never could catch that crispness. There was not that cold crispness that I absolutely love on our coast. Crazy. If you get caught stuck in the flooded streets here, you get a ticket with a fine. Good. It's a stupid tax, and I agree. And good idea, honey. I'm so glad to hear that. We'd miss you on the island, though, as we are basking in sunlight at 70 degrees at 4:30. No doubt. No doubt. No, I do love Quartzsite. I was telling Richard I could live in Quartzsite, and I don't know why. Because I'm not so much a hot, loving person. I don't crave the heat. And it would be, I don't know how you live through the summer, Roy. I mean, I realize you've done a great job. I told my nephew he needed to watch your videos that have to do with putting in the air conditioner in your RV. Okay. My nephew and his wife, they live off grid, completely 100% off grid on this 400-acre ranch. And no, they're not using solar. No idea why. No solar. They use a generator. So anyways, there was a reason I was saying that. Sunlight, 4:30. There was a squirrel, and it went from one ear to the other. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I love Santa Monica. That's what I was talking about. It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I loved my time there. I actually enjoyed Los Angeles. I loved it. I got to go on the gang tour. There is such thing as called the gang tour. And it's you go to the City of Hope Hospital. It's the old City of Angels Hospital, and it's a church. And it's huge. This is a huge thing. Anyways, one of their outreach groups is gang tours, and it's so interesting. And the reason it's so interesting is because they take you through where all of the bad has happened, including Watts, where the Watts riot happened, where Rodney King happened. We were in this one place where this one guy told me, he said, if we were not with you, you could not be here. And I said, well, what keeps me safe while I'm here? And he said, me. Ex-gang member, who works in, so these are all gang members. And the lead gang member's story is so they should have done a story about him. Anyways, I digress. So I love Los Angeles. I went there. Richard spent the day with his aunt, and I spent the day with gang members. And so I had to drive into the City of Angels. It was old City of Angels Hospital, and that's where the bus is at. And they take you through all of these places, and then you get opportunities to go towards the end. There are shops that are ran by people that live in these neighborhoods where they stop and give you the opportunity to go in and maybe buy a portrait, or buy a painting or a drawing or some piece of art or something that these people have made in their community. So it helps make money for them. They're doing the work. I didn't have to pay for it's normally you pay like $75 for it, but I was in school. I was getting my which degree? I think I was getting my alcohol and drug addiction counselor training degree. And so he didn't charge me. Just a cool man, a very, very cool man. And that he is, does his outreach is phenomenal. So I drove into LA on my own, and I drove back to Santa Monica via the Sunset Strip on my own. I had no problems. I loved it. Nobody shot at me. Our son. Anyways, that will really digress. I'm not going to go back that far. So anyways, I'm going to drop a link. Let's see if I can even remember how to do this. This is really sad. I have forgotten how to. Nope. I haven't forgotten how to drop a link. If there's anybody in the chat who would like to come up and say hi and share, it's always a good day. Always a good day when nobody shoots at you. However, I'm a concealed carry person. I got my license for concealed carry. I do know that there are different laws in different states. I respect that. I would never do something illegal. But when I realized a couple of years ago, I've never felt vulnerable. Not as an adult. I felt like I could, okay, Roy. So if you'd like to come up and share your, stream. Kaylee, can you tell me if that's a link to be able to come up? I'm hoping that is. Anyway, all I can say about that trip is it was fantastic. And if I'd have paid $75, it would have been worth every dollar. We got to go to this place where it's nothing but tagging. That's what it's meant for. And we'll see if you end up in the basement, sweetheart. And so I want to go back again, but I drove through LA. I loved it. No problems on the freeway. I just stayed in the right-hand lane when I had to be on the freeway. I prefer to drive, not drive on the freeway. My goal was, one of the things I wanted to do was to, I think this is what I need to do. Here's the one I think is the right one, Kaylee. I wanted to see the cultural things throughout the city. I mean, they were both the same one. And if you'd like to come up and chat and use your little emoji thing, your what's that called, Alex? Yes, I see that you're in the basement, and I want to see. Okay. If you wanted to come up, you could put your little thing or your cats on and just come up and chat. You don't have to. I know this was just a test, my friends, just a test. But if you do, I would love to have you up here. Just chat a little bit about New Year's and your year coming up. And if you've got plans for anything, Oregon, if you are, speaking of Oregon, tomorrow, 9 a.m., which again, I have to, I will be up and going. The University of Oregon Ducks will be playing Texas Tech in the Orange Bowl. And if I was a person of means, no, I'm not driving tonight. Shirley's very busy, too busy. Sometimes it's better to stay home. Yes, sir. I agree, Mike. I'm glad you're not driving. I feel better for you. I love you and I want you to stay safe. And I know that nights like this are probably crazy. I do. Oh, your little kitty doesn't show anymore. Huh, I wonder why. But if anybody wants to come up and chat and you have your little, what is that thing called? Instead of your face, you can use your emoji, whatever it's called. If my little sister was here, okay, she's beautiful. I have beautiful pictures of her. She has threatened to sue me if I ever put a picture of her in anything. Now, I don't know if she really would, but she might. Avatar. Kaylee, you always know what I'm trying to say. Thank you for being here. Your avatar. So it's like, let me see. If I took me out, or no, over here. Oh, no, that's the layout. I just want to see how I would change and just use my. Nope. I don't know. Yeah, she would sue me. She said she would. I have taken a lot of candid photos of her. She doesn't know. And I've showed them to her. Just recently, one of my sisters who I love, my oldest living sister. I took a picture of her. I haven't showed it to her yet. And I was playing with AI and I put her in jail. She's in jail in this picture. It is so funny. And she looks like she's in jail. If anyone wants to go up, use that link. Okay, thank you for letting them know. All right, so I thought I would we do a little bit of let me see what this where did it go? Oh, a little bit of New Year's. I want to make sure that this isn't on screen because I don't want it to be on screen. Yes, Raj. No, she would absolutely. I don't think she would, but she says she would, and she tries to be stern with me. See, the problem is she's the youngest of 6 girls, and I was right above her 2 years, and apparently she doesn't feel like she was heard, and she probably wasn't because we're loud girls, loud mom, loud girls, and she was quiet. She was like a little, a lemur. She kind of reminds me of a little lemur clinging on to its mom. I'm going to send her a little message. I wish she would come on here, or she doesn't have to come on, but let's see. I wish you would drop by my live stream. A little emoji. There we go. She's probably sleeping. See, yeah, she's probably already in bed asleep. So apparently I bullied her. Something about bullying. I've heard. Hell, I bullied her, and so did my other sisters. And so, anyways, she now has found her voice. She has found her voice, and she loves to use it, and that's great. I feel sad that she didn't feel heard as a child, because she should have been. She should have been heard, and I really mean that. It's just, I have one kid. I chose to have one child. I chose not to have 6 of us. I was not meant for 6 kids. I promise you that. Even though I was 30 when I had him, I still was not prepared for 6 kids. Okay. So a little New Year's trivia. Stuff I didn't know. And maybe what year did the ball lowering celebration in Times Square first take place? What was the first year they lowered the ball in Times Square? Does anybody know that? Take a stab at it, like throwing a dart. My friend, when I was young, same street that me and Mike grew up on, one of my other friends, he lived across from me, right straight across from me. And we played together all the time. We played football in the street all the time, and played darts in his garage, and just all kinds of things. So I was coming. We both had steep driveways. Almost nobody else on our street had steep driveways, but we both had very steep driveways. And I was leaving his house, and I had on white pants. This is I as a kid. I had on white pants and tube top. I was like 15, 14. All of a sudden, I felt this horrible sting on my butt cheek, and he had thrown a dart and just nailed me. Oh, Scott thought he was so funny. 1940? 1940. Nope. Does anybody else have a hit? And thank you, Naj, for reminding people of that. It does matter. You should know it. Well, it was 1907. 1907. I can only imagine what it was like back then. Honestly, I get goosebumps. I'm one of those crazy people who I would love to go. I would love to spend the whole Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's in New York City. Crazy, I know. And pray to God that it snowed, but that's only in Miracle on 34th Street. Josh, you know where 34th Street is in New York City?
That's funny you say that, because I was just watching another YouTuber. Can I say the YouTuber's name?
Yeah, you can say they're YouTubers.
Miles in Transit.
Uh-huh.
They in the last 48 hours, I guess they did the Metro card in New York City is a mode of access to the subway and various transportations. And they're trying to, the Metro card's going out, it went out at midnight in New York City tonight. It's this iconic card that you slide to get like a fare, it used to be tokens. The subway used to be tokens in New York City, very iconic tokens that you would put in. In 1994, they changed it to the Metro card, which is now being phased out or got retired tonight. And these kids, him and his buddies there, are trying to do every Metro card, every agency in all 3 states that accept the Metro card to write each mode of transportation, bus, train. They rode the Roosevelt Island tram in every state that accepts it before it goes out. I can't even explain it. I'm not really a transit geek, so I'm inadequately explaining it. But they just were walking, because you have to walk from bus to bus, and they were like, "Where's 34th Street?" They just blurted that out, and then I came in here. Anyway, so yeah, I know where 34th Street is. That's where Macy's is, called Herald Square.
Yes.
I have a very iconic memory as I worked at the advertising agency in Manhattan from '89 to '93 of when the day we moved to Astoria, which is across from Manhattan, the East River, right? Sitting in front of Macy's on 34th Street, having to buy all the stuff for that room that we were setting up in the house, me and my friend, and sitting in front of Macy's on 34th Street. I can't remember what time of year it was, but getting out of work and going down there, coming out and being in Herald Square. She's at 34th Street. That's my big 34th Street memory of growing up there.
Well, I've always, Macy's is one of those places that somebody like me you know, he grew up in New York City. And so like I show him a picture, like try to stump him about a picture of like, there was these steps. He knew where they were. He knew right where they were. I showed him a picture of these steps that this kid that I follow who dances, he's a great dancer, was dancing. And I said, where's this? You know, because it's just steps. He knew.
Well, there's lots of famous steps. I mean, I would know if you showed me the Philadelphia Museum of Art,
Mm-hmm.
I would know that those are the steps that Rocky ran.
Oh, yes. I would know that too. And I've never.
Yeah, I've been there once, but I'm not from Philadelphia. But
Yeah.
I would know that. I would know, like, you know, the best steps. The best steps.
Uh-huh.
Steps that are closest to my still rapidly disintegrating, but yet still beating heart, are the steps. It's beautiful. You would love it. Oh, man, I don't know if you've ever been there. Probably not. Okay. In San Francisco, it's just Noe Valley is part of San Francisco. That's a neighborhood in San Francisco. I've lived in it.
Uh-huh.
I lived at Clipper in Noe, to the north of 24th Street. When you have to go down to where the Castro is from Noe Valley, to walk there, you have to go down these magnificent steps. They're called the Noe Steps.
Uh-huh.
Some people call them the Sanchez Steps, but it's really more Noe Street than Sanchez. And you go and you come to this, like, sort of, it's these winding steps, and you come around this corner, or not really a corner, more of a curve, and the view of the city is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, what, Tony Bennett? What? Left it where? Your heart was left where, Tony Bennett? Because it's a little bit like that. You're like, oh, I get it now. Oh, shucks, right? Yeah, it's like that kind of thing. It's called the Noes. That's my steps.
Okay.
Like if I'm thinking about steps,
You're thinking of the
I'm
ones
thinking of those. I don't know. They must have been in the movie. I think they're in Bullet. You know,
Yes.
the Queen movie Bullet.
Yes.
That's completely shot in San Francisco. I think they're in a couple of
Okay.
movies. I want to say they're in the Malcolm McDowell time travel movie Time After Time, where Malcolm McDowell chases Jack the Ripper back to 1979 San Francisco. Did you ever see that?
No, but I would.
Great
I
movie.
love
Yeah.
Jack the Ripper movies.
Yeah. It's what's his name from Omen? David Warner
Uh-huh.
plays Jack the Ripper. He's he's like almost Oscar-winning kind of Oscar caliber performance.
Mhm.
And yeah, Malcolm McDowell is H.G. Wells, and he invents a time machine. David Warner, Jack the Ripper steals it, takes it back to San Francisco, starts killing women.
Oh goodness.
In the Saturnalian, Dionysian 1979 San Francisco landscape of flesh and fun.
Mhm.
And H.G. Wells chases him back to San Francisco to stop.
Okay.
And Mary Steenburgen plays the love interest.
Mary Steenburgen. I love. She's a fabulous actress.
Yeah, I like her.
There's a Christmas movie that she's in that's kind of a dark movie, but it's a Christmas movie, Christmas Miracle or something like that. And I see her plain as day.
You'd probably like Time After Time.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that.
1979. It's completely shot in San Francisco. If you like San Francisco movies, that's in the top 10, if not the top 5.
Okay.
And there's a lot of great San Francisco movies, but the Noe Steps.
Noe Steps. Okay. I'll try to remember that someday. I'll go. Hopefully, get to go back to San Francisco.
It's not like a touristy part of San Francisco. It's in a neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
There's people who live like right there, and what those houses must be worth. If you went on Zillow right now, you would have to like get a wider monitor to hold all the zeros that those houses would be in the price on Zillow, because the houses right by the Noe Steps. Oh man!
Oh, I bet
the views from those, like the backs of those houses. I don't even think about it.
I have to look at those. Like I've told you many times, my mother's favorite city. She just said, she loved San Francisco.
Well, there's nothing like it. It's the most European American city. Maybe New Orleans is number 2, but it really has the architecture, and just when there's this many hills and it's all these different altitudes are going on. And particularly if you're walking, it's only 7 miles by 7 miles, so you could walk the whole thing. Like one time we streamed, so let's put it this way. Me and some friends indulged in some pharmacological adventures.
I can't imagine.
Pharmacopoeia.
Some pharmacopoeia. Okay.
And we decided that we were going to walk the 3.5 miles from my house at DuBose and Fillmore, which is in the center, the geographical center of the city by DuBose Park, all the way to the water, all the way to the ocean. We're going to walk there.
Uh-huh.
And that was a day. I'll tell you what. That's when I have orthotics in
Oh,
my
you
shoes,
told me,
'cause
yes.
I hurt my foot that day. Yeah. Anyway, those were the days.
Yeah,
There's nothing like if we walked all the whole length of Golden Gate Park. You know,
Oh,
there's nothing like San Francisco. Unfortunately, it's kind of ruined by money, but you can't ruin the views. You can't
sure.
ruin the air, the quality of the air. You can't ruin the sense of history that's outside of like the normal tales that people tell. You
Sure.
know that San Francisco is a city that since forever, since the days of the Barbary Coast in the 1840s and 50s, the gold rush, people, the beach at San Francisco is often called Land's End, and it's very appropriate because that's where a lot of people, myself included, who can't really live anywhere else in America run to, or they used to before it became too expensive like it is now.
Yeah.
That was a big place where young people ran to where they couldn't go anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like the hippies, right? The summer club. I didn't even think of that, but that's an instance of it. That's just but one instance of San Francisco being a magnet for this kind of bohemian outside kind of person that can't really accept the norms of Nebraska or wherever they're from, or something, and they'll end up there. Gay people, right? Like it's like the gay capital of the world, or it was, whatever. That's where you really see it. Like what's changed. If you watch the cams that are at the corner of Castro and 17th Street in the neighborhood there, at the corner Harvey Milk Plaza there, that you see what's happened, which is that it's a ghost town. Why? Because it shows the shot that you see is up Castro, and all the apartments are empty. The greed of the landlords has prevented any young gay people who would need to come there and experience life away from their repressive parents or whatever it is for them. It's just empty space. No one lives there. True story. This is the statistic that's going to tell it to you. For every single unhoused person in San Francisco, there are 19 empty units.
I know you have told me that, and it just doesn't make sense why. Well, there's so many things we could go into about this. Why that is, but we'll walk that back just a little bit. But yes, no, it is. I know you're drawing me in, and I'm saying, I got to go this way, John. But the beauty of it, when we were there for 3 days. We went there on our way back from Los Angeles. Kaylee is talking about.
What did you do there? Where did you stay? When was this? I don't want to hear this.
So, your husband over there, he was 4 years old. And so that would have been in 1994.
I had just gotten there.
You had just gotten there as an adult. Again, because there's a 20-year age gap between you.
And I was.
You would never know it either.
Well, a great year to be there. The end before the internet. Oh man.
Yeah. Before the internet. San
Francisco was essentially the cultural capital of the earth from 1965 to 1995. When the internet came in, it forced out all the people that made it. All the crazy people, the artists, couldn't afford to live there anymore. Yeah. And they all went to the East Bay, Oakland, Berkeley, whatever, and then eventually out of the Bay Area when that became super expensive. I'm kind of one of those people at the end of that cycle. So, yeah. Well, what did you do when you were there?
So we went there in 1994, and we got there at night. I remember that because we had a really just a nightmare of coming out of. We had been in. What is that town at the very down at the tip of California?
The bottom of California?
Yeah.
Baja California?
No, the town.
San Diego?
Yes, we were in San Diego. So we drove from San Diego to San Francisco.
That's a long drive.
Yes.
That's like 10 hours.
And your husband over there, my son, when he was 4 years old, he talked nonstop.
10 hours and
28.
when you were 4, he was 28.
Uh-huh.
Oh, good
I
Lord.
was working at the California League of Conservation Voters, and like I said, at that moment, that when you're talking about,
Uh-huh.
what do you know what month this would have been? Then?
Yes. Well, it would have been during spring break.
Okay, so March.
Yep.
April, something.
Yep.
Okay, so I had just moved in December of '93 and into this awesome apartment, which I got to tell you now. I've seen people drive by it in footage, and my friend who does live stream, Roy Explores FF.
Uh-huh.
Anybody who's listening to this and watching should go. If you love San Francisco, watch this guy called Roy Explores SF. You'll find him on YouTube. He is just magnificent. He's such a beautiful, nice, really accommodating, positively minded, benign kind of person that just shows you he lets the city talk.
Okay.
He almost says, streamers, man, like we're chattering our bollocks off right now, just blabbing. He doesn't say a word.
Mm-hmm.
Often he lets the city do the talking.
Oh.
And that's a city, man. If you let it do the talking on a sunny day with a wall coming off the water, the light, and it can be like the architecture, you could just be like, I don't need to talk. Like, this is like, who made this? Like, how did this get this way? Wow, humans, they can do something right once in a while. This is unbelievable, right? So he kind of lets that talk. Anyway, what was I saying? I was watching him.
Yeah.
I watch him all the time. Whenever he's on, I'm on it because he shows the sunset. He'll sit there on the beach or above the beach on some promontory and just film the sunset. And the people are chatting in the chat box, and there's no narration. The sun is the narration, the ocean, the cliff house. It's just, he's magnificent. If you're watching this, watch him. Go, subscribe to him. Like and subscribe. Whatever the kids say these days. Anyway, so in March of '94, I would have just gotten this magnificent apartment. Like I was saying, it must be rent for God only knows how much money. I paid. Are you ready? You're going to die. This is so sick. I can't believe this. 1994. $900 for 3-bedroom.
Oh, wow. $900 for 3 bedrooms.
That probably meant rents for $9,000 for
it.
And it was above a laundromat, now defunct. That there's nothing in the box.
Oh,
it's so sad.
Oh, that is sad.
A Rising Star laundromat, and you could just do your laundry. It's the best. It's even better than having washing machines living above a laundromat because you don't have to wait. There's like a dozen machines and a dozen dryers, so you can do all your laundry at once. It's done in 45 minutes. You could be out of it.
Yeah.
This you have to go 1 load, 2
Yes,
loads.
yes.
Anyway, so I lived above this laundromat at the Bosun Fillmore. What, you pulled into town in the middle of the night?
So we went.
I like to think that somehow I saw you guys on the street. I didn't know it.
We were in Chinatown area. We were in Chinatown. We were in Chinatown area.
Dim sum.
And it was like 10 o'clock at night, and we were beat, tired. We were hungry. So Richard went and got us. He knows the area where we were at, and he went and got us a pizza. Came back with pizza. And
least desirable food in the day.
What? Oh, well, yes. Naj went to San Francisco in 1997. I loved it then, but I heard it's not the same now. Yeah. Oh, so Alex is on the other side of the room, reminding me that when we went down there when he was little, we walked into Tijuana. We just had our driver's license when we came back. We did not have. We do not have.
Today would be like a SWAT team.
I know. We don't have passports, and so we just walked across. No, we didn't walk across. We drove. We drove across, and we parked. And I have a great picture of this. We parked in front of a liquor store. And paid the guy in the liquor store.
There's a few of those in San Francisco.
Like $20, $40, something like that, to watch our car. And yes. Today we have to get another car.
No, it's not really like that.
Sometimes, some places. So this was in Tijuana, and so we walked into Tijuana, and we were there. We went to we went to eat. We walked around. And
he's talking the whole time.
He's talking the whole time. Yes. It just so happens that they were having a presidential election at that time.
Oh, so this is in Mexico.
Yes, Tijuana.
Told me this story.
It is Mexico. Okay, and so we were walking around, and we heard a gunshot.
Oh, so you heard the shot?
We heard the shot.
Oh, wow.
And we heard, like screaming. We grabbed our son.
You were like, we're back across the board.
We did. We
We're
boogied.
like, oh.
And it was kind of, it was darker out. And
Luis Donaldo Colosio Murieta.
okay. And so anyways, we went as fast, and we had to go down these alleyways. March 23rd.
So we know the date.
Yeah, March 23rd. All right.
Narrow the dates.
So we rushed our butts. We had to go down these alleyways to get back to the car. It was getting dark out. And then we get turned around coming out of Mexico. And Richard starts heading further into Mexico.
What?
And I'm like,
Oh, you get lost.
Got lost.
My God. And this whole event is going on with this.
Yes.
And there's probably sirens.
oh yes, there's sirens. There's, oh my gosh. And so, you know, I'm like yelling at him, you got to turn around. You got to turn around.
Yeah.
Where do you turn around? It was, I was scared. And so we did get back. We got in line.
They thought that we assassinated the guy.
And yeah. And so, so anyway,
you got to San Diego.
we
Was
got
this
back
the
into
same day or the
no,
next day?
well, so we got back into San Diego that evening. The problem for us coming back into the United States is, you know, there was these people kind of hawking stuff. They're selling stuff. It was very scary, Naj. It was very scary. I was scared. I didn't know what was going to happen. So, and they used these little kids to kind of be in front. I made a mistake. Only one I've ever made in my life.
This is a wild
I saw these people, they were selling these big giant amount of dried roses for $5. And I've always liked, I love flowers and I love dried flowers. If I had some, you know, anyways. So it was like 5 dozen dried red roses for $5. And it's like, okay, I roll my window down before Richard could stop me. And these people come running over. And by the way, it wasn't just them. I had everybody within 4 miles on my car
This is a great
trying to
story.
sell me something.
This is story.
And then, of course, so there was this, you know, those big ceramic vases? Okay. I decided I wanted a big ceramic vase. And Richard's like, where are we going to put it? We have this child in the back seat.
You're arguing over this.
And we're arguing over this.
It's a border town.
And I buy it. I'm like, Richard, but it's so cheap.
He's in the back of the car with this giant Alex and this giant.
Well, no, I had that thing. I'm like, I was desperate. I put that thing right between my legs in the front passenger seat, and I rode back to Oregon with this up to here,
The vase.
you know, with this giant vase that sat on our front porch for years till somebody knocked it over and broke it.
Oh,
Anyways,
you must have been so mad.
I was so mad. But anyways, yeah, once you say yes to one, I never understood it until then. But
This is a great story. So anyway,
yeah.
you drove all the way back to San Francisco from San Diego after this? And the
No,
next
we
one?
spent the last night in
so
San Diego
all right.
there, and then the next morning
Next
or the next
drove.
afternoon.
That's a long ways. That's like
Yeah.
10, 11 hours.
Yes.
All right, so you pulled in with a 10, 11 o'clock?
Yep,
or
yep.
midnight?
Late at night, got
Okay.
into San Francisco. Yes, we
Pizza.
put Alex in the vase.
Nice.
Yes.
You
And,
said pizza. You said you got
and so we got pizza,
It's really
and
sucks
went
in San Francisco.
went to sleep, and then the next day, maybe we were there for 3 or 4, maybe 4 days. It seemed like it was just overnight, but we did end up going to, at some point in time, we went to the San Francisco Zoo because my son is a redhead. I mean, when he was little, he was redhead. Okay. You know, Charlie Grace, everybody, Charlie Grace red. That's the hair color
Well,
of my
actually, I've
son.
never been to the San Francisco Zoo, having lived there for years.
Oh.
I've been to the Oakland
Yeah.
Zoo, which is really the superior of the two zoos. But okay, go ahead. You went to the San
So we went to
Francisco
San Francisco Zoo, and 2 things happened there. Number one, there was a Black Panther, and I'm not
You're in the
talking.
Bay Area.
I'm not talking the
Nice.
2-legged Black
You just said
Panther.
Oakland. Are you surprised?
I'm
about
talking the 4-legged Black Panther.
that? Okay, the time with 4 legs, but you know they're on the hats anyway.
Oh God, it keyed in on our kid, and it was pacing back and forth,
They're so hard.
never letting its eyes off of Brent. And he was asleep. We rented a stroller for this 4-year-old child.
I don't know that it's a pan. I think you might have saw a mountain lion.
No,
This is
mountain
a
lions are not
panther.
black.
Wow. So he's pacing the cage.
Pace in the cage, just staring at Brent.
I've
And
heard
I'm
this
like,
story.
we got
It's blown my mind.
to get out of here, Richard, because that cat, if it could get out, it would snatch him up and it would,
Dinner time.
it is the way it is. But Roy says, my mom used to put me in a dresser drawer at my grandparents' house because there was no crib. Well, why not?
Yeah, sure.
I-
Put little holes in there.
Yeah, there you go. It works.
It's a baby in a drawer. It's like a hole.
Baby in a drawer. And then the other thing we did, so we went on a boat ride out in the bay.
Oh, nice. So you went under the bridge or what have
We
you?
went over by Alcatraz.
I was going to say the Traz.
I had to go there and see Alcatraz.
Escape from. Richard was like, I think in the past life I was.
Yeah, I'm sure he was thinking that. And then
swimming. He doesn't.
and then the last night we were there, Richard does not swim. He hates swimming.
Well, I was saying he's escaping.
Yeah,
He's swimming.
He couldn't have escaped from Alcatraz because he hates water. So the last night we were there, we went on a bay ride, a horse-drawn carriage ride around the Bay Area. We got paid money to get in a horse-drawn carriage.
Around the whole bay or just San Francisco?
No, just around this one area of the
Okay.
wharf.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say when you went on the boat to go on the water, you probably left from the wharf there, from Pier 39,
Yeah,
from,
yeah.
from where all
And
the tourist stuff is.
that was so cool. Now, it was all, there was lights up, it's lit, it's beautiful. So but there's so much.
So you went at night
Yes.
under the thing? I've only been under it in the day.
Yeah. We went wherever we were at, which was around the wharf. We went on a horse-drawn carriage. Or no, we went in the daytime, and I wanted to go at night. But, we have a kid. He needs to go to bed. We can't hardly
He's
stand him
talking.
at this time.
You're wanting to just leave him on
Yes.
the Mission Dolores like a
Yes.
package in the 19th century.
Yes. But lucky we had a kid who was very verbal. I mean, I'm so glad he could talk so well. But I wished he would have taken a nap between San
Right.
Francisco and literally San Francisco to Eugene on that trip. That boy talked
Don't
nonstop.
forget, there's portable video games are harder to find.
Well, and I tell you, I prided myself on not being my mother. My mother was a screamer, and we were not ever going to scream at him. Okay. And I remember turning around and just saying, "Shut up, Brent, please just shut up for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I just need 5 minutes without your voice."
You have like a big pacifier. you can-
No.
Mhm.
No. So yes, that was our San Francisco story. So anyways, all right, on to the game.
Oh, we're now the Ducks.
Oh, I'm wearing my duck earrings for the University of Oregon Ducks. There we
Ducks.
go. 9 a.m.
I'm stunned that Ohio State lost.
I am so happy Ohio State lost.
I feel like he better look at the running defense, the run defense of the Canes, because but in that game, it seemed like the run defense of both teams was very porous. And I don't have the thing in front of me, but it probably shows the stat sheet that both teams' average rush was very high.
I believe Oregon is number 2 in the nation, and the Canes are number 10. So if the two of us end up in the playoff for the national title,
Oregon is number 6.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it is.
Hold still.
Josh, he says 6.
What place is
Texas
University
five,
of
they're playing.
Oregon in the national
It's
standings?
6 versus 5. This game.
And they automatically know it's football.
Yeah, well, it's
Let me see. College football rankings.
we're going into today.
Okay, Fox Sports has them at number 3.
Okay, because Ohio State's out, but I mean, going into today, it was 5 and 6.
Oh yeah, we probably won't know till tomorrow. But anyway, about number 5. I think they're higher than that, but I've been wrong at least
Ohio
one
State
other time
was-
in my life.
was First,
Ohio State was number 1, I believe,
'Cause they're-
and they're out now.
no team that number
They're
5 has
out.
still ever won a game. in
I'm
college
so
football
happy.
playoffs.
But my point is that we will beat them, I believe. If we end up,
Games, I mean?
yes, if the two teams end up playing, and that's the 19th of January, oh Lord, I'm anxiety between now and the 19th of January.
Well,
So-
we got a game tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
Texas Tech. Don't
Yeah,
forget.
we play Texas Tech.
Look it
So,
up
anyways,
for
these
the
are my University of Oregon Duck wings, and I am a Duck. It's my alma mater. I miss school there. All right, the New Year's Eve game. So question number 2. How much confetti drops in Times Squares on New Year's Eve? Nope. Not 7 tons. Anybody going to take a stab at how much confetti drops?
2 times.
This is a lot. It's a lot of confetti.
I've been to that once.
You've been there once.
Yes, I think it might have been. Let me think about what year it might have been. I think it might have been, funnily enough, 40 years ago, 1985. I was in college.
Oh, okay. 1985 when you were in
It
college.
was kind of nasty and kind of violent, and kind of people were fighting, and people get so.
I bet they
Oh
do.
my God, the consumption of alcohol, at least back then, they
Yeah.
cleaned New York City up and kind of sanitized
Yeah.
it, Giuliani and whatever. So maybe it's not like that anymore. I don't know.
Well-
That's 40 years ago, but back then, man, we left because there was this huge brawl, and this guy had to be rescued. They beat this guy unconscious, and then I'm not going to say what they were doing after they beat him unconscious, but it was a bodily function.
Oh boy.
And people get crazy.
Yes, people get crazy.
I moved to New York. This is kind of what I mean. Like, you'd be like, did I just see that?
Yeah.
Like, is that happening right now?
Well-
This is what we had to leave.
Yeah.
So I went once. I think it was 1985. It would have been 1985.
By the way, it's now midnight in Quartzsite, Arizona. Woohoo! Happy New Year, Roy and
Right,
Becky.
because they don't have daylight time.
No, they stay the same all year,
Which
I hope that the rest of the nation
Ugh.
gets on board with that
Oh.
eventually.
Ooh, daylight.
Woo! One more hour for us.
It's 11 already? Wow.
Wait a minute. What time is it here? Yep, it's 11 o'clock.
Jeez, really?
11 o'clock, yes.
All right.
All right, so we're getting there.
I'm going to be 60 this year.
You're going to be 60,
Today,
and Alex is going to be 36.
which are both divisible by 3.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So it's 1 ton. 1 ton.
I said 2. I was close.
Yes. Nosh said
If this was the showcase
50.
showdown and Price is Right, I would have won.
yes, Josh, you would have won if it were
Oh, okay. So it's
you-
success by association.
a success by association for Alex. All right, 2 a.m. there. Yeah, wow. Thank you for staying and hanging out. And Kaylee also. Goodness gracious, you guys. So next question. In what country is it a tradition to jump off a chair at midnight on New Year's Eve to avoid having bad luck on New Year's Day? Now I'm assuming that you're sober, okay? Because I mean, I can imagine I jumped off of a chair, when I was 20 years old or 18 or 19 when I was still drinking. And I wouldn't have to be in another country. But we're talking in another country, it is tradition to jump off of a chair at midnight. This is a country, I'd love to go to this country, as a matter of fact, and it's not a warm country. Okay, I'm just telling you. Not a warm country.
Well, Finland,
You're in the hood, Josh.
Norway,
Nope.
Denmark.
Yes. Got a winner.
That's like for Scandinavian countries.
Yes. There's only a few of those.
That was the fourth one. So
Yes. So Denmark.
I feel drawn to Norway, so I can feel to it. My friend is from Denmark. He's one
Oh.
of my friends, Peter Thorpe.
Okay.
He's from Denmark. And again, I said lived in Noe and Clipper. That
Uh-huh.
was his apartment. in
All
San
right.
Francisco.
Okay.
He works for the UN in Geneva, Switzerland now.
Oh,
But
gosh.
He's from, what is the name of the place in Denmark he's from? It starts with an A. Oh, I wish I could remember. Ariskobing. That's
Oh,
the name. I got
Ariskobing.
it. Yeah. That cannabis memory. Okay, so yeah, Ariskobing, Denmark. That's where Peter's from.
Okay. Well, Denmark, there's a woman, she has a channel, Lord Jesus, what is her name? It's not Jesus. It is, not Sonia. She is from Denmark, but she lives on Svalbard. Svalbard
Is it an island?
is an island. and it is as
I bet
north.
it's awesome. I bet like the winter. and the
Oh,
snow. Oh, man.
if you don't like dark at 4:30, Svalbard is not the
It
place to
must
go,
get, like,
and
cold as
neither
a
is Denmark.
Neptune's moon of Jupiter.
Yes, it is dark. They have polar night there, but her house during polar night season
Mm.
is to say it's fabulous and they live right on the Arctic.
See, like that,
That's
you have
the
to have
ocean.
a generator there.
Oh
It has
yeah,
to be solar.
yeah.
Like you have to have a generator with stored energy. If the power goes out, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, well, and
You
there's
got Jack Nicholson
gas.
at the
You
end
know,
of The Shining.
they use gas, but
Yeah.
Svalbard is an amazing little island. And when you go outside in Svalbard, on Svalbard Island, from your house, you have to have a big gun with you. And anytime you go out,
Wildlife.
everybody, polar bears.
Yeah.
Yes, she has polar bears. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, it's just a little, what happens during a popular New Year's Day event called the Polar Bear Plunge?
Everybody, these guys strip off their clothes, or women too, and drive into the water. It's like a swimming thing.
Yes, but it's like in the, where might that be?
No, they have it in New York. They have a bunch of these things.
It was Denmark, hon. But
Well,
Netherlands is a good. Actually, I have a friend whose family was her grandparents, like her family was she's a first generation American, and her parents were born in the Netherlands. Her mother was, and she went back there during high school for the summer, Oh my gosh, she came back a very different girl. But yes, that would have been a good choice too, but no, it was Denmark. So in the Northern Hemisphere is to get into water usually polar plunge. I see mostly people who are in Canada really take that seriously.
But isn't there a group of people that go around and do that at different frigid locales?
Yes, frigid locales. Someone came take these little Debbie oatmeal cream pies away from me. I've sat here and ate 4, and these are the big ones.
Someone take them away from them and give them to me. As we say,
Away from me.
Again, in another San Francisco lingo that you'll be familiar with, as we say in San Francisco, are you going to pass that, bro?
Are you going to pass? Oh, I'm just blessed. Russia polar bear plunge. Yes, Russia. I see a lot from Russia when they do these polar bear plunge. Russia, Alaska, Canadians, the Canuckers. Siberia. Oh, I watched Josh, you're not the only one who likes to watch travel channels. I like to watch travel channels too. There's this one guy who traveled on a train in Russia. He traveled across Russia, and it is like the farthest you can go. I wish I could remember the whole story, but you have to get permission to go there because it is it's a gas. It's where they get gas out of the ground, natural gas. Oh yeah, very lucky. That won't be happening. See, he's trying to get it all done before Becky gets back there. And then, so when Becky's back there, I don't think you're going to be doing that, Roy. Yeah, that is the polar bear plunge. In 46 BC, I don't remember this, but in 46 BC, which Roman leader made January 1st New Year's Day? So this is a piece of information I've never heard. It was a Roman leader in 46 BC that made New Year's Day on January 1st. I didn't even think they used, Josh, I didn't think they used a calendar like we use. They had a different calendar. January? They had January which
might have lost the thread.
Which Roman leader made January 1st New Year's Day?
Pope Gregory? No.
But my point is about the calendar thing.
Jeopardy answer.
Well, it's well known. Yeah, I'm hungry now too. Roy. Thank you, Roy. And I got no sweets in the
We're
house.
all hungry. What's the answer to the Roman question?
It would be what is, think about who is a very famous Roman leader. Caesar.
Hail Caesar salad?
Caesar salad made January 1st, New Year's Day. But my point was that I didn't think they had a calendar like January through December calendar then.
Doesn't the concept of the 12 months and the silliness of it, like where, October is the 8th.
It's weird.
Oct, but it's 10th month or 10th of December, like this is the 12th. And it wasn't just based on 10 and then it became 12 or something? The Gregorian calendar?
See, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm thinking it was called something else, but then I could be completely wrong because in high school, I just didn't really make it to class a whole lot.
Roman was based 10 because October.
Okay.
Or whatever is 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then it somehow became 12. I could be totally wrong about this. I could be completely making this up. So don't don't take me.
Okay, I'm going to look into that later.
Because
that's driving me crazy. Okay, question number 6. What does Baby New Year typically wear?
What does Baby New Year typically wear?
Yes.
A little sash that has the name of the year, right?
Uh-huh.
And a diaper. These are really hard questions. It's like a Jeopardy category.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Channel. Thank you so much. You are new to me. I'm going to write your name down here because I do. I'm a writer. I write the channel names that I need to check out for one reason or another. IS channel. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. And I cannot see it from here because I'm on StreamYard, even though it comes through on YouTube to you. I'm on StreamYard. So, and Kaylee, a diaper and a top hat, and Josh said the other part, the sash.
Yeah, they usually have the number of the year, right? Like
yes.
It says it would say 2026 tonight.
Yes. Okay, so you've been a subscriber for a long time, and thank you for that. I really appreciate it. There's many people I'm subscribed to that I don't see all the time, but there's anyways. So, but it seems like the first time maybe I've seen you in a chat. So thank you, no matter what. Thank you so much, and I appreciate it. And especially I love having new people come by. Which city drops a giant chocolate kiss at midnight on New Year's Eve?
Yeah, Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Might get this full such useless dollars.
Well, to me, that would,
that's obvious. That was easy.
Well, you probably sub to me, but YouTube and such people. Yeah, that's true. So I do know that I have to occasionally. I have to go back and check out, check out somebody because I'm not sub to them anymore. And there's people I absolutely love. Love the stuff they do. Yes, I don't always see all the people who are live. So if I do see you live, I pop in. Well, thank you. And I appreciate that. It is, YouTube is a funny thing. Yes, Naj. And Josh also said it too. Hershey, Pennsylvania. So that makes perfect sense to me for that.
What's the Pennsylvania city that's at the core of the Harry Chapin song, 30,000 pounds of bananas? That's Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Oh, gosh. Scranton, Pennsylvania. I have not. And I love that singer, but that song is not coming to to what's left of my mind.
Maybe his most famous song, but that's a great song.
So, question 8. When did the practice of making New Year's resolutions start?
I know this. I don't know how I know this, but I know this.
And I don't know how they know this either, by the way.
Oh, man. I want to say
I think somebody's making this
like
up.
Abraham Lincoln or something. What comes in my mind is Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
But I know that he instigated Thanksgiving, so maybe I'm crossing.
Way off.
Okay, way off. Don't
By
listen to a word
millennia.
babbling in a probably chemically induced imbalance state? What is the answer? I'm dying to know.
Well, let's see here. I have a playlist of people I visit lives and resub to people. YouTube and substitute. Yeah, you just have to pay attention to that's all I could say because that happens to me all the time. It would be the answer to that question is 4,000 years ago with the ancient Babylonians. Now,
Really?
how do they know that the
What?
ancient Babylonians made New Year's resolutions?
That's right. Maybe they wrote that they did or something.
I mean,
they chiseled it into a tablet somewhere.
Maybe
No, for real. Really? That practice is 4,000 years.
4,000 years old allegedly.
Really?
And I use the word allegedly, but
All right. Okay, so it's a grain of salt on that one.
it's for me. But I'm just saying they probably know, and you're right. They probably have documentation of it.
Well, yeah, I don't think anyone would sort of say that unless there was some sort of documentation.
I've heard this before. In Greece, what object is baked into a New Year's cake to bring good luck? I have heard this before.
Okay. Am I making potatoes for you?
Well, sure.
Yeah,
Yes. Oh, yes. I'll take a few. Well, hello, Miss Patty Woods. This is someone I know personally from my hometown. Thank you for coming in. And she does a cool thing. She opens her house up to people who don't have some place to go.
Yeah, that's always the best.
Patty is a great person. You'd love Patty. Patty, we were actually going to, I shouldn't say this too loud because we're not doing it now and Brent's unhappy, but they were thinking of moving to New York. And I was on board, I'm like, would be Long Island, somewhere on Long Island where his mom lives now. But I'm like, yeah, I'll go. I would go to New York City. I mean, I'd go to New York. I would go live in New York. Josh does not think it would be a good transition for Richard and I. Too much, it just too different. And so, but anyways, and he's sick, he lived his early life there but instead now we're going to the coast here. We're going to live maybe, possibly. But you are from Long Island, so I thought I would tell you I almost moved there. Patty is a Long Islander, Josh. You would really like Patty. What part of Long Island were you from? I know I've asked you this before, and Patty says go upstate if you do.
Yeah.
No, I'd love to live up near the border of Canada.
Oh yeah, Finger Lakes. Where is she? Where is she?
Yeah, I've asked her. She'll write it down. Oh, she was from Syosset.
Really?
Yes.
Tell her. Oh, I'm talking. Yeah, the Syosset 150.
He
I'll
said.
tell you a funny Syosset 150 story. You want to hear?
He said Syosset 150.
Because I grew up in Plainview.
He grew up in
Don't
Plainview.
tell anybody. Plainview, the most aptly named, boringest place on earth.
Oh, she grew up in Farmingdale.
I was in Farmingdale when I went back. That's where all the weed dispensaries are. On Long Island. There's so many.
Oh wow, worse, as many as here.
Oh yeah, it's almost like Farmingdale is almost like the Eugene of Long Island. Yeah, in a way, yes. So okay, Syosset story. All right,
He's got a Syosset story.
I think it's 1980.
Now we have to have you close.
It's like it might be 1983, but I think it's 1982. Yeah, it's got to be 1982 because this one has been in theaters after 1982. I saw it twice in the theaters. The first night I saw this movie in the theaters wasn't in Syosset. It was.
Oh, I know the story you're going to tell.
Okay, yeah, it's a good story. It's
a good story.
But to adjunct the story with where I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark the first time was in Mineola or somewhere like that, the big multiplex, the first one in Mineola, where it was the night of this very famous NFL playoff game where the San Diego Chargers played the Miami Dolphins in this game that went on and on into overtime, and it was like 1 million points scored. And it was in Miami, but the Chargers eventually won, and we left to go to the movie, and when we came back, the game was still on. And it was like a long movie, and we were like, how is this possible? Anyway, the second time I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark would have been in 1982, and it was at the Syosset 150. Your friend on there, I bet she knows and remembers the Syosset 150. It's an iconic movie theater in Syosset on Long Island, right? Big movies played there. Anyway, so we're seeing Raiders of the Lost Ark. I'm in line, and in line also and in line, the other people are performing the classic. It's on both coasts, New York, LA, San Francisco. When you see celebrities, you pretend you don't see them.
Yes.
Right? Everybody competes to be the coolest around this. So anyway, Christy Brinkley and Billy Joel are in line to see Raiders of the Lost Ark. And it's this big long line, and everyone is, and then like they see him, and they're like, they're like, oh, I'm not talking about, no,
We don't actually.
like, yeah, no, I'm too cool for that. Oh, I see these people all the time. I'm a New Yorker. Yeah, bro. So that's a good Syosset story.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. That would have been cool, to be standing in line to go see the Raiders of Lost Ark, and there is Christy Brinkley and.
Yeah, that was 1982.
Oh my
What?
God, I forgot his name.
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel. Oh, you just
just
said it, and I forgot it.
Yeah.
Yes.
When
Yeah,
we were kids,
we're old.
When we were kids, we would cut school and go to Billy Joel's house in Cold Spring Harbor, the glass house
Uh-huh.
on the cover of the album, and we would drink, cheap beers and be teenagers.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, we would do that.
Patty says, or excuse me, Kaylee says Billy Joel was from Huntington, about 30 minutes north of
No,
Farmingdale.
he's not from Huntington. He's from Hicksville.
Josh just said, nope, he's from Hicksville. You got a little, Hicksville.
He went to Hicksville High School, just like my friend Steve Miller from the radio.
He said he went to Hicksville High School, like Josh had a friend on the
I
radio.
was in this band. We were in this band. Did I ever tell you this about what I did on the radio?
Mm-hmm.
In Stony Brook out there on Long Island, where we had this crazy kind of band, the radio band. I don't know what you would call it. And what we would do is we would open up the phone lines
Uh-huh.
to the 4,000 people listening at any given time to the station. One of the biggest college stations in the U.S. called WUSB, 90.1 FM. And we would open up the phone lines, and the station had a 300,000 record library. And there's all kinds of studios. In the studios of the station, there were multiple studios. We would each set up in the studio, and we would improvise this part musical music and part music concrete sound collage live, improvised on the radio. And we would open up the phone lines and have people listening do it with us.
Oh.
Using their radios as a monitor to hear what they were doing and where they were in the mix.
Oh, that's
This
funny.
became immensely popular. Right? So.
Kaylee just says, oops, Josh is right. Hicksville, 10 minutes west of Farmingdale. And Patty, which goes by here we go with my brain. Patty Finn also said Hicksville. All right, so we do know now. We do know now for a fact it was Hicksville. All right, so all right, maybe let's try one more. Okay. Oh, here's an interesting one. Around which landmark in London do people gather to watch fireworks on New Year's Eve?
The Tower of London?
Nope, not the Tower of London. We'll see if anybody's got even a stab in the dark at this. Let's see if they can see their way through to an answer. Roy Becky. Hard to believe that only 3 of the 59 people mentioned in Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire" are still alive. Huh. Yep. London Bridge is a no. Big Ben is a no. There's another thing that I saw. The only reason I even know about it now is because I watched this show. It was a game, and they went to this place. I'd never heard of it before. It's called the London Eye.
Oh yeah, okay, I know.
And Roy makes a good point. London Bridge is in Arizona, not London.
That's why it's still there.
Kaylee, we're getting old, Roy. Yes. The big wheel. Nope. Could you see yourself going on that, Patty? Finnegan? I mean, really? On the big Ferris wheel, that giant thing? monster thing. Isn't that like the biggest in the world? No. Richard drugged me before we were ever married. He drugged me up onto, I hate heights. I'm terrified of heights. And he pulled me up onto this, the platform to go onto the Ferris wheel at the fair. And I was beside myself. So I get on this thing with him. Should have never done it because he almost got shoved out of the ride. He started rocking it. I mean, he was rocking it. And I elbowed him so hard in the ribs, you know. It's like, do not do that.
Really?
Yes. Hey, I mean,
Can't take that guy anywhere.
Can't take him anywhere. Nope to the nope. Yeah, not me neither, hon. I'm not meant to be more than 5'3". Okay. I was, you know, it's just no. Yes, Roy London Bridge is at Lake Havasu. All right. Okay, so there was, you know, there's things I never heard. Irish tradition on New Year's Eve is to add what to the table to pay tribute to loved ones when they pass away during the year. On New Year's Eve, what do they add to the table to pay tribute to their loved ones who passed away during the year?
I don't know this one either.
Kitchen table. Think about it. What might they add to the table?
Like an empty plate? No, I got it. I mean, that's possible, I guess. Is that what it is?
No, Ben, it's not turnips. It's not potatoes.
Oh, it's like an item.
It's an item, yes. It is a plate. It's a plate to pay tribute to
Really?
their loved one that passed away during the year.
Like Elijah's cup.
Oh.
You know Elijah's cup is?
No.
Elijah's cup. It's Passover, some Jewish holiday. I can't remember right now. But you sit around the table, and it's meant to symbolize, I guess, the relatives that aren't there. You put a place setting out for Elijah, you know, the biblical figure.
Yes, yes.
But you know, Elijah saw the wheel.
Uh-huh.
Ezekiel saw the wheel. But Elijah, you know, it's for dead relative. You know, it's the same kind of thing we just said to symbolize. You know,
That
Jewish New Year, maybe it's Rosh Hashanah. It might be Jewish. I'm lost. Put in Elijah's cup.
okay.
Tell me what holiday it is.
Let's see. I gotta ask Google. The Google, as my father would say. Yes. Yes, Elijah's cup. It is Passover.
Yeah. Okay. So
The mystery of the fifth cup. There you go. We answered that question for Josh. Yeah, it is good to know. Though I love weird, interesting things, you know. And by the way, if we had enough room, we don't even have enough room. We don't have enough table space. To put for everybody to start with, let alone an extra plate. But I like that tradition. I like that tradition. There's so many people today that have no idea where they come from, so to speak. Let's see. Okay, you'll probably know this one, and I was very much into this, and I'll bet you Roy knows this one. What was a major fear as soon as the clock struck midnight on January 1st, 2000?
Oh yeah, the Y2K, that the computers were all shut off. Can you believe the first quarter of the 21st century is gone?
The first, yeah.
That's unbelievable. Think about it. That's nuts.
Yes, Y2K, Josh said it. I think everybody would know that. So
Yes.
the reason that so one of my brother-in-laws, he's passed away. He was he worked for Weyerhaeuser in their telecommunications department. He was there like 30 years. And he said to me, he goes, okay, so he said, do you honestly think these big corporations like Weyerhaeuser, whom I work for, has not ran through this physically. They've set things up, ran through this scenario to make sure that there wouldn't be a problem. And then it made sense to me that, yeah, they're not going to let their companies crash. And he said they were preparing for a few years ahead of time, where they would run their computers through a simulation. They would simulate it being Y2K. But he said they had been doing that for quite a while. That's really stupid. Naj, that did not show this for some reason. I know I could see you had your answer was blacked out. Picture of the dead. Now I don't know why that it didn't want you to show. Why it didn't want that to, but I see it up here. Okay, I see it now. It's weird. Okay, now it's clear. All right. Yeah, the planes would fall out of the sky. You know, everything was going to go to hell in a handbasket. And so, but my brother-in-law said he said, you know, you can't think that corporations are not going to address this long before it happened, because they were not going to allow this to be a problem. And lo and behold, it wasn't a problem. But it was still exciting, you know. 2038 is the second Y2K due to, I think, the Linux operating system. Now, I don't know what Linux does, but I obviously have heard of Linux, and I've not heard about 2038. So like, see, this is 2026 almost, 36, 12 years. I'll be 6 or 7, so I'll be 76. I'll probably be alive. I mean, I'm thinking my dad was 84 or 94 when he passed. His mom was 83, and the only reason she passed is she had Alzheimer's, but everything else was good. But my mother died at 60, so you know, it could go either way. But anyways, I have a feeling I'll be alive, because yeah, I think I'm going to be alive. So it'll be interesting to see what actually happens, if anything. But again, these people are too greedy to allow, these corporations are too greedy to allow there to be any real problems. You know, they're just not going to let that happen. But again, I don't know how Linux affects our system overall. Mainly the government. And so I don't know. That's interesting to look into. Roy, that would be an interesting topic. Really, that would be an interesting topic. Okay, speaking of interesting topics. All right, I'm going to pull this up. So, do you know, raise your hand if you know who Casey Roman is on YouTube. I had mixed feelings about Casey Roman for many years, but Casey Roman is an awesome, awesome creator. She is one of the toughest people, one of the toughest women I know. And she's brash and she's sassy. She's a redhead. And Casey is, her history is as a reporter. And she's so funny. She's very dry humor. If you really can't stand dry humor, Casey, that's, at first I didn't care for her because of her dry humor. So dry, but she's so smart. And I really started respecting Casey. So let me see, because I'm not looking right at the screen right now. I'm looking, nope, don't know who she is, Naj. All right, well, Casey Roman is on YouTube, and she, I put out, you wouldn't see this because if you're not on Facebook, you're not going to see it. But when there is an actual, what I'll do is, how do I do this? She's trying to get a show on one of the streaming services, and it's about small town America. And I'm going to show you this clip. I'm going to get this clip up here. I put it on my Facebook page because, you know, I really am hoping people would watch this clip, because this is about small town America and how What? That's my own channel. I don't need to subscribe to it. What the heck? Just a moment. Oh, I hate that. What is this doing to me? All right, I'm gonna have to pull it up a different way. But anyways, you haven't watched in a long while. Okay, Roy. So she has done this. She's went to all these small towns in America. As a matter of fact, in this one small town, you know what they're dropping off of the, you know how New York drops the ball and other people drop blah, 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 this and that. They drop a possum, a dead possum. And as a matter of fact, it's probably a stuffed dead possum.
In the old Soviet Union, the ball drops you.
Oh boy. Let's see here. Who is this? Oh, Kaylee, I don't like folks who make stuff up to be contrarian, controversial. No, she does not. It's just how she presents stuff can be edgy, and if you ought to watch her. But I'm going to pull this up. A clip. I so hope she is able to do what I think she's going to get to do, because most of us can only hope for some big break because you do something right on YouTube, or I guess it could happen with Facebook. I'm just not so sure about it, but usually YouTube is I think. Let's see, Casey, CASEY Roman ROMAN. Okay. And there are going to be, it's going to get looked at. There's no way it's not. She's done a professional job of this. And I just want to pull this clip up and share it with you, but I'm going to share past the point that she's talking. All right. I think that's pretty much past there. Now I got to share the screen. Why is she stalled out talking?
That's true, man. Oh.
Be wearing on New Year's, and this party is just getting started. As we produce these, they will go up on YouTube and social media for a little bit of time, where I will get a lot of feedback about like what parts are interesting, what parts aren't. They will get re-edited and they will get pitched out as a pilot series to the streaming services. So this Tallapoosa, Georgia, Western Georgia, small town, rural Georgia is our season 1. And everything that happens next, God willing, we will keep this thing going until we finally get somebody who sees the value, who understands how important, like this is the real America out here. And I will die trying to get all these stories to a much bigger audience, because these people are the influencers that we need. So the series title is called Only in America. And I'm going to show you the trailer for the pilot right now, right after this. And then I will also release it separately as its own video, probably tomorrow, so that it can exist as its own thing, and kind of send that out as I'm pitching this. So I am about to get into a patrol car to drive out to the Georgia Visitor Center to pick up this icon of America and bring him back to town. He will then go on a PR tour. He is a local influencer. He is very dead. He is taxidermied. I'm giving too much away. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Only in America.
Here you go.
Where the hell am I? Directions to hell? Loud, proud, and wonderfully weird. I have brought nothing with me but an abundance of enthusiasm. This is small town America.
I'm going to save that old mill, restore it, and carry on.
These forgotten dots on the map are the places and the people that never quit.
They were trying to stop me.
never lost their accent, and believe in equal opportunity ball busting.
Now get the hell out. I feel like I'm a Disney princess. I just get to swear a little bit more.
The last holdout of the American spirit, where local celebrities wear work boots and the only influencer is trying to sell you his cow's chocolate milk. Get in the passenger seat for the stories that smell like gasoline, barbecue, and manure. 3, 2, 1. My name, I'm Casey Roman. I'm Casey Roman. Casey Roman. Casey Roman. Casey Roman. Casey. Period. Former reporter.
The eye of the storm.
Full-time smartass. We are scanning. Where are these? All corners is the enemy. Strangers. I beg your verb? What galactic journey of tenses did you just go on? Part storyteller, many a Franklin County baby was born in this house. Part troublemaker. I used to make the news, reporting live in the studio. Today, I make a scene. Traveling the country to find the comeback stories in America's ruins and revivals. From the murder capitals of the U.S. to our farm families with donkey beauty pageants, free admission. A docu-comedy series to find America through stories that can outdrink any headline. Small towns, big stories, no bullshit. Only in America.
So yeah, she should have more than 29,000 subscribers at this point in her career. She, I don't know, I don't know why I don't know why she doesn't, but she should. But a documentary comedy, however she put it, I think would be great. There's so much stuff on TV that isn't funny, and it is depressing. I mean, and here I am saying it, and I love to watch true crime. I mean, it's just my insanity. But she is somebody who I think can keep someone's attention. You know what I'm saying? She's very smart. She knows what a tense verb is. She knows how to speak. And so I think she would do great. I think it would be great. And the first one being about this little town. I think it's in Georgia, did she say? Anyways. People probably think she's too professional. Maybe. I don't know. That's unfortunate because she can present in so many ways. I remember watching her put wallpaper in, I think it was wallpaper in this RV. A tense verb. I think it's a tense verb. I think that's what she said. She knows what a tense verb. Hold on there, Finnegan. Okay. A tense verb, actions happening now or habitually. Past, actions that happened before now. Future, actions like
What do they call in English the predicate nominative?
What did you just say?
The predicate nominative.
The predicate nominative.
Pencil grammar. Is that what that's talking about?
Yes, a tense verb. So the predicate. Yeah, I live in a house with somebody he's very smart and he knows a lot of words and he's smart. I mean, yes.
Wait.
His parents were teachers.
Whistle blowing. Woo, I can't whistle. So in lieu of that whistle, I'm out. Important caveat. Knowing a lot of words and being smart, often than not the same thing.
Oh, I agree. I think I hear you on that. Yes. Knowing a lot of words and being smarter, not the same thing. Maybe she meant verb tense, past, present, future. Yes. See, I screwed it all up there, Kaylee. Is, was, will be. Is, oh man. Josh is speaking in tongues. Josh is speaking in tongues. Oh goodness. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with him at times. Sometimes I nod. Uh-huh. Yes.
Yeah, you're the master of that. Yeah. 14, 13, 12, 11. I'll be able to go back to what I thought before he said that.
I'll be able to go back to what I thought he said before that. That's why I asked. We all use the tense version of our language. Okay. She definitely does great work. We haven't watched her in quite a few years. Here too, at least 5. Her low sub number really surprised me. Yes, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. She should be easily at 100,000. I mean, I'm thinking of some people right now in my head who are between 30 and 100, and I'm not going to say any names because it's just, there's no point in it. But she should be
like in miles in transit territory or wherever.
She should be at least at 100,000. And so, anyways, that's just me. But I just wanted to share that. I don't normally do that, but she's so good. I think that this would be so funny, and maybe one of the streaming services will pick it up. And I don't know why it is, but she has some ability to connect with these people. Anyways, so keep your eye out for her in case you're interested. All right, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to pull up the ball droppage, and oh boy, we're starting to get rockets going off here.
Yeah.
I hope Czar's asleep.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, we should have. No, he's not. Zara's not eaten all day because we started hearing it earlier. I'm just pulling up a New Year's Eve dropping here. Oh boy, that guy looks so perfect. Dick Clark's New Year's Eve, Rocket New Year's Eve. How many here don't even know who Dick Clark is? Unfortunately.
When I think of Dick Clark, now I don't think of Rock and You. I think of American Bandstand.
Uh-huh.
I think of one of my personal favorite game shows of all time, which is the $100,000 Pyramid.
Oh, 100,000. Yeah. No, I watched that. I remember that. Watch live. I don't want to sign in. All I'm trying to do is pull this up. Oh my, for God's sakes. I am. Okay. I think I found one finally. It is not live. That is not live. Just when you want to watch something. Fox 5, New York. Come on now. Come on. Pull up for me there. That's not live. It's light outside. And I swear we'll get it. We'll get it here. I think I have it. On CBS News. I have to add it to the stream. This had to have been earlier. No, that was earlier. Because it is not. I've never had such a hard time to get something live. Honestly, never, ever on here.
Well, both are 3 hours.
What?
So it's not bad. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know what you mean. That's just weird, by the way. Honestly, you have to admit that. That's just a weird thing. It dropped 3 hours ago, yet we're going to watch it live. We can't watch it live. Oh. Well, I think Josh just made a very good point. Oh, well, I didn't think that one through well enough. However, we can still wish each other a very happy new year. Okay, so why don't you share so here's a couple things I have planned. All right. More, I don't make New Year's resolutions. I've never stuck to New Year's resolutions. I don't know too many people who have who are able to. It's just, now there may be some, maybe you're able to. I've never been able to. Tell me what you plan to do. Do you believe in resolutions? Do you have a New Year's resolution that you feel like you could share with us? Give us some hope for the future. Because I think my experience with me and people I know is good intentions, resolutions, the day after. Don't even remember what we said. However, I have plans, hope and a plan. Kaylee says it's nice to have hope and a plan. So my hope and a plan is to, and I have been able to start doing more physical things. Like I said earlier, I walked 1.25 miles last weekend, and I'm not really supposed to walk that far yet. It was midnight here almost 3 hours ago. I know. It's unfortunate that it works this way. I hate that. But so I was able to, but I'm not supposed to. And I lied. Priscilla said, so can you do this? And I'm like, yeah, I can do it. But my doctor did not want me walking like that. But you know what? I'm not going to. And the reason is because my neck, I have a problem. I have to have fixed in my neck. They don't want me to be. She said, you don't have any idea how much your head weighs. I know that sounds stupid. That's that quote from my physical therapist. When we went out for a walk from my house, we walked to the end of our driveway, made a left, and I wanted to go onto our bike path. It's the equivalent of about a block to the bike path, maybe. And we got like halfway there, and she could tell I was feeling a little tense, and she's like, no, we're going to turn it around and go back. And I said, why? I just need to stand here for a second. It's not, my body doesn't hurt. I feel pain from my left arm because my arm I need that shoulder replacement. And she goes, well, it doesn't matter. I could tell because you're leaning forward a little bit, your head, your neck is really hurting, which was true. So Kaylee says, I resolved to not be diabetic anymore or old or overweight. All right. So I know that there's one of those or two that a person could do. If you figure out how not to be old anymore, please share that with me. I promise we'll keep it a secret between us, but I would love to be able to go back even 20 years. I can't believe I'm 64. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe I'm going to be on Medicare at the end of this year. You know, when I turn 65 in October, it shocks me to my core that I'm going to be 65 here shortly. It's 11:54 right now, according to my computer. Cass Love is on here. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you too. I absolutely appreciate that. And wherever
New Year's taters.
Oh, New Year's taters. Wherever you're at, Happy New Year's to you. And here is these are done in air fryer. He did these potatoes. So you're 50. Well, that's a good, you turned 63 last Tuesday. Happy birthday, Patty Finnegan. Happy birthday, Finn. And you're in Ontario. Oh, you have snow. We were talking weather earlier. I would so love to be in the snow for Christmas and New Year's, maybe even Halloween. But so do you follow, anybody here follow Chrome? You know, he changed his channel name, and I think I think what he did was a great idea because it's more about him as a person as a whole. Anyways, you just reminded me because I think he's in Ontario too, because he has a big van that was built out and professionally. And on Medicare, so you must have SSDI. SSDI. Now, did you get everything changed to Arizona, Roy? Oh, these potatoes are very good, Josh. I'm trying, honey. I see the Patty Woods thing, and you're just Patty to me. But Finnegan, yes. And that's cool. I like the name, by the way. Yes, I know him, and yes, lots of snow. He is in BC. Okay, so he's back in BC. Great. Today he was moving in the video, anyways. I'm sure that, obviously shot before moving into the van today. And so I'm so happy for him. That guy has worked his butt off to get to this place. But it just dawned on me. Let's see. Roy Becky. Yeah, over a year ago, but they still haven't updated your address. Oh boy. Yeah, be careful with their, yeah. So so that's how I know. My friend, one of my BFFs, she is on Medicare as well, and she got on there young, and it's because it was SSDI. My insurance is SSI. And so I cannot get injured or have to go to a doctor out of state unless it's a life and death emergency. A life and death emergency. Oh, I do not know who his girlfriend is. I think I've seen her van, but I can't remember her name, and I don't know the name of her channel. If you tell me the name of her channel, I'll watch her channel, because obviously he's a good guy. I like him. And one of the reasons I'd like to go to Canada, I love all the places he shows. Excuse me for not sharing these potatoes with you, but he did do some really nice, beautiful potatoes and put some spicy brown mustard. Spicy brown mustard. Medicare and WellCare. They were in Ontario visiting. Okay. Well, and I think that's where the shop is that he had his new van built. Maybe. Also, where is that? The one area that's further to the east of Ontario, or is it's an advance? Okay. Richard uses United Healthcare, and my insurance is forcing me. They're not going to be offered. It's not going to be offered here anymore, and so I have to go on Trillium, and I think I'm going to ask for an open insurance. Oh wow! Thank you, Josh, very much. Her name is something with a cat. Oh, and don't you just love his new puppy? Isn't she just adorable? 1 minute to midnight. Okay. All right.
Well, we got 11:57 here, but okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
My phone is 11:59.
yep. Says 11:59 on the computer too. So we are almost 2026. Boy, that must be copyright here. Even though I love stuff, hot stuff. Hot and spiced. I'm going to be up all night peeing. This is my second large glass of liquid. But that's very good. That's strawberry. Is that strawberry lemonade? Strawberry lemonade. All right. Well, let's see here. About 25 seconds. All right. Do you want to come over and help me count down, Alex? And Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, everyone. And thank you guys so much for spending this with me. And it is officially midnight.
Yay.
Woohoo! In my family, we used to have a giant party every New Year's Eve. Everybody would come to my parents' house. Yep, have a big party. Yes, clink our glasses together, and we had always had was family and some friends, but always, and it's really weird these days that doesn't happen. We don't have that anymore because of losing people over the years, and it's very sad. Very sad, but I'm very happy. I'm very grateful. You're going to see me more, and I think you see that on YouTube. I'm also endeavoring into Facebook. I'm monetized on Facebook. I was invited. I wasn't even trying. I didn't know. I had no idea. And I don't know if you can hear it out, but around us, there's a lot of fireworks going off. Cheers to all of you. And my prayer is that everybody has a safe and healthy New Year, and our needs are all met, and we stay healthy and happy. Yes, Finnegan, fireworks are happening, and I know that our German Shepherd, Alex's German Shepherd, is having. His whole body just shakes. He's so scared. Josh will go turn on his jazz again, and jazz calms him down. He loves jazz. So anyway, I'm on Facebook now and trying to build that. It's a different animal. By the way, if you are a content creator, and Roy is a content creator, I think, let's see. Nosh? I can't believe that I'm drawing a blank. But if you're a content creator, they pay way better than on YouTube. It is one thing it has going for it above and beyond YouTube. You have to work for it a little harder and a little differently, but they pay I mean, it's really surprising how much quicker it is. So, yes, wishing everybody blessings through the new year. So you will see me more. I'm on YouTube more. I am working more. I'm kind of bringing some of most of my content also onto Facebook, but not always. Because again, it's different. It's just a different platform, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. But I like it. I didn't think it would really be useful, but it is proving useful, and it's making me kind of think in a little different way. So I'm doing that as well. And let's see, what else is happening for me? I plan on being able, now I can venture out more because I can walk better, even though I'll still be using my walker for any time soon. Okay. If you would like to, okay, let me look on. I can't believe there would be another one, truthfully, but yes, I am bedroom bound too, sweetheart. As soon as I close this down, I'm going to go in and say goodnight to my husband and my dog, our beagle, Hannah Mae. So anyways, just, I'm going to be doing more. I have the ability to do more, and I love doing content, and that's it. All right, you guys. Well, thank you for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. And I can't wait to see you more and more and more again. I'm so hungry. Yes, well, I'm going to finish these. I'll finish these potatoes first and then go to bed. All right, you guys. I love you. Stay healthy. Stay happy. Have a beautiful new year. And watch for the University of Oregon Ducks football. Go Ducks!